live button. Would you believe it? We're going live. Fuck it, we're doing it live.
Oh, the echo.
Before you do you want to clear the dice?
No,
things?
it doesn't matter. It's only just stupid shit.
Yeah. I mean, how? We're playing. It's going to be stupid shit the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Alright. Has everyone got what they needed?
I have character sheet, dice, and food. Yes, I have
There's
everything.
the laser on the screens.
Yeah.
Tell me, Chris, check out the size of this heckin' big copy mug.
Son of a bitch. I'll be back.
Chris knows a big mug because he's had a massive drink out of it.
Hey, nice.
You know that you can pick one out, Chris.
Pit boy size.
That boy size? Yeah, live up that boy size.
Where is?
It looks more like a mug that should be made of soup, not coffee.
Still only counts as 2 copies.
Still only counts as 2 copies. Hey, music says everyone's can't go live.
How do
Would you
I
look
take
at
a
that?
photo?
Killbane is streaming Dungeons and Dragons.
Yay! Dungeons and Dragons! We're a complete
Oh, God,
nightmare,
that's a
aren't
lot.
we? Right.
Oh, the noise. Oh dear, the noise.
The numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
Okay, there we go. I forgot to mute Jordan's stream, so I was hearing everything twice.
Yeah. You guys on the other end have got to mute the stream, just in case that it just double noise. Right. Who remembers what happened last one?
Xerxes died.
Xerxes died. Yeah. He
Xerxes, not Xerxes.
Anyway, so into town everyone got. The party ended up running into Jorg and Nock at the pub.
Right. Oh, have
So then things went down, and Jorg and Nock ended up heading northward on a carriage, and just so happened that Mad Gadget, as well as the rest of the party, needed to also go north, so they hired transport on the same carriage that Jorg and Nock had hired.
Yep. Sweet.
Sweet. So we headed north, and we're just north of the mountain.
Yep, that red cross that you see
Yep.
on the map there, that is
And
where your
it's
party has set
up camp.
Ah,
We didn't have a very eventful trip from Cree up to the north of the mountain.
Unfortunately, the poor wolves scarpered out of the way,
Except for one.
which kind of, got stuck in one spot and run over by the car.
I believe actually what happened to that wolf is it got its brain got a little liquefied, so it didn't have the brain power to move. But that's besides the point.
No, it had the brain power to move, it just... The sudden onslaught of attack was just like, yipe, you can't move, crunch.
Dare I say it was thrusted?
Thrusted, yes. Alright.
Well, it was a mind thrust, technically.
Alright. So after everyone had gathered firewood and gotten together, and Gadget laying down an alarm, and everyone resting for a night,
Jorg did. I remember Jorg said he was going to take first watch.
Jorg was taking first watch. Okay. Roll me a perception check. Who's full of the day?
Fuck.
No, the table doesn't count.
Doesn't count. We roll that. It's even better roll. Okay. So that is a 21 in total.
21 in total? Okay. Upon Jorg's just general watch of the surrounding area, this nice little clearing that you guys have managed to find, there was probably 1 or 2 of the wolves you'd seen earlier. You saw a massive, shiny white one go running past as well, but they kept well clear of the camp.
Okay. Upon handing over watch to the next person, I'm going to inform them of the wolves patrolling the area.
Who was taking second watch?
Oscar will volunteer, given he barely ever sleeps anyway.
Okay. The drunken pugilist is keeping his vigil.
Yes.
As much of a wary eye on his drinks as he is on his surroundings. Roll me a perception check.
Perception check, certainly. That is a... What's Oscar's perception? A +3. That is a 10 total. Could have been better.
In total, you also see the slight shimmering in the trees. Possibly just a few more small animals scurrying about, but nothing too noteworthy, and the night passes uneventfully.
Hmm.
Morning comes along, and everyone is just rousing themselves from their sleep, waking up, gathering items together, and May Gadget just re-spools up his wire, tosses it all back into the back of the carriage, and you will continue on your way.
Yahoo.
Is there anything you guys want to do on the trip? Any
Just need to
interactions
check if
between the characters?
I just need to check if Oscar has got full fucking. Oh no, never mind. He has absolutely full alcohol, so he doesn't need to make any more.
Yeah.
How does Bosco make? Is it Bosco or Oscar?
Oscar.
His name is Oscar, mate.
Bosco is my other
Oscar.
character, Oscar is Thomas'
Sorry.
character.
They're similar.
Yeah, no, they are quite similar. So hang on, let me read the exact wording of it for you. Boss, son of a bitch, it's caption.
Bosco?
Whenever you finish a rest, you can use whatever plant materials and water are at hand and brewer's supplies to create alcoholic beverages. You create 1d3 when you finish a short rest and 2d6 when you finish a long rest. Don't ask me how it works, it just works.
He waters down some
Just
plants.
works.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright, given that he's got full things, Oscar is going to, as everybody kind of starts, you know, grumbling their way up from sleep, Oscar just kind of basically just walks around and offers the skin to each of them to see if anybody wants a drink.
Okay, Joel's gonna take a swig.
Alright, fair enough.
Yeah, Knock takes a swig as well.
Okay.
And Amelie will politely decline.
Understandable. Can't say I blame her.
Considering Jorg's age, it's going to hit him a bit harder than the rest, so he can roll a constitution save.
Big dice. Oof! 6.
I leave it up to DM to like determine. This is the alcohol that he got, that Oscar got from town. So I leave it up to DM to determine, like, exactly how hard hitting that is.
Well, let's just say that Jorg's cheeks, underneath his cowl that he's wearing, are rather flushed.
Oscar smiles and laughs quietly under his breath, and is then going to down 2 swigs. And after that, he completely refills the fucker.
Piss and
alright,
vigor. Piss and vigor.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, that's right. I need to open this in Chrome because I can't edit it in Firefox. Read. Wait.
Anybody else doing anything before the carriage is
I'm
settled?
gonna say Amelie will notice that, and she's just going to sound out, this is why you shouldn't drink, especially underage.
Well, I mean,
What age is considered an adult at this point? I'm curious.
It would depend on the race, right?
Yes.
Depend on the race. So things like orcs, avians.
I am a human.
Yeah, you're just basic human. So basic human, 16, 18, around that age
excuse
is
me.
when they start drinking. Because he's only 14.
Yeah.
So what are you saying?
Well,
Is
no,
in
I'm
New
like-
Ze- it's in New Zealand. You're legally able to
It's
drink at
actually
18.
technically
You
about
probably
30
have been before that.
So Amelie is perfectly fine, but she's very much not.
George's just going to turn around to Amelie and say, you can choose to drink when you're of age. You can drink if you want. And he's going to turn around and throw his shit onto the carriage and sit up on the carriage, ready to go.
Okay. Ask us a few
Knock.
drinks. Knock, what are you going to do?
Yeah, Knock packs up his shit and throws it on the back and jumps in.
As everybody's packing up shop, Oscar just is going to. He just kind of quietly pats Jorg on the shoulder and says, "Water. Don't forget water."
Who?
Joel.
Jordan's already up on the carriage.
I know, I'm saying, like, as all this is going on, he just pats you on the shoulder and says, water.
Don't forget to drink your water.
Jordan's gonna roll his eyes and take a swig of his own water skin.
Alright, Mad Gadget is clambering back up onto the side of the carriage, as small as he is, and he's just gonna casually mention, you know, it's going to be a bit of a long ride up to Glumber, but I guess we can make do with what we have. If we need to stop there, maybe some farmhouses or something along the way that may give us some. Well, might be willing to part with some resources.
I'm sure we can acquire some additional supplies from farmhouses along the road.
Oscar, looks sideways at Mad Gadget and says, Boss, did you forget to pack food again?
I packed enough food. It's just from where we are, it'll be about 3 days' travel on the carriage.
Oscar opens his pack, points to where there are still 10 sets of rations in it, and looks Mad Gadget in the eye.
It's not the rations I'm more worried about.
Oscar raises an eyebrow.
While all this is going on, Nock just grabs the reins and starts going. The timer doesn't start going down until we start moving. So he's like, fuck it, let's go.
Yeah, fair enough. Reasonable.
So the whole awkward Mad Gadget thing can happen while he's just like, fuck it.
Things are going, yeah.
Come on now, hit him.
I had some business plans with that merchant back in town, Maguire, so kind of want to get this done sooner, if possible. You know?
Oscar nods.
So Jordan, is the red X on the map, is that where we left off last time?
That is where you left off last time, yes. So now you're heading west along the road.
West along the road.
Jorg's gonna.
Because my memory is terrible, sorry. Which town are we aiming for?
We're looking to head towards Glomber.
Oh, that's right. Yep, I'm with you now.
Yeah. Glomber
That's
is
right.
north of Blackblade, that's on the top there.
Yeah, that's right. I knew there was a reason Oscar was a bit glummer than usual.
Yeah. Alright, what was Joel gonna try and do?
I'll be with you.
Okay. And, yeah, so the carriage lurches on, and we get probably to the crossroads that you see there of the main trunk line, and
However, it's about.
yeah, okay. Roll me a intimidation check.
Okay. That's a natural 20 plus modifier.
Okay. Not.
Jorg is still drunk enough to be unhinged by the sound of it.
So it's a 22 total.
Yeah, so Nock feels the reins just get pulled ever so further away from him, and the speed of the carriage picks up. It slowly gets faster and faster, and the road, being as well travelled as it is not exactly flat. So the ride was not exactly smooth.
I must have missed something. What's happening? Am I just going insane?
Roll your perception check. Knock. See what's going on.
See, that is a 12 plus perception. Nothing. 12.
12. You notice that the horses that are driving the carriage, they're frothing at the mouth a bit,
Oh.
and they're really straining to get this carriage to where it needs to go.
Did Jorg do something to them?
Does Oscar notice this?
Roll perception.
Alrighty, that is
Yeah,
a...
Everyone else is in the back of the
That's
carriage.
22.
Sorry, someone?
That is like 22 total.
Oh
19
yeah,
plus 3.
you can definitely see that the horses are now really flagging, trying to get themselves going as fast as they can away from what was behind them.
I'm only got 23 total.
Yeah, you both see it.
Okay.
Yeah. Oscar just kind of like looks around, tries to work out what the horses are looking at before being unable to identify it, shrugging, and then taking a long look at the oh excuse me, not the flask, the wineskin. Before he just kind of shrugs and is like, whatever, and just takes a sip because he can't work out what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, no, the horses are really like they've become so like enamored and just getting to their destination that you can tell that something has really spooked them, and they do not want to be anywhere near it. But unfortunately, the car is pulled on with them, so you guys go flying through that intersection, not stopping, no nothing.
Just sailing along.
Yep.
I'm gonna do what I can to sort of try and calm the horses down, because obviously if we let them get worse, then they're going to be even less controllable.
Roll an animal handling check.
Animal handling, that's a 2, they get worse.
Oh god!
Yeah.
You gently try and pull on the reins to pull them back, but they now start whinnying and just still running full sprint. They start, more froth coming out their mouth, and the breathing becomes really laboured. They don't look like they're in very good shape.
I'm going to yell at them to heal. I'm just going to straight up yell at them.
So you're yelling at the horses
to fucking stop.
to halt, I guess.
Yes.
Again, intimidation check.
No, actually, no, Oscar won't do
7.
anything. Sorry, go on.
The horses keep running.
Amelie's going to try and calm them down because she's worried about them and she loves animals.
Animal handling.
Oscar, given Oscar is able to tell that he, clearly this isn't normal. Now, Oscar is going to help Amelie to give her advantage on the check, because he can tell, actually, no, it's not just the drink affecting me.
There's 22 total then.
Okay. With Amelie's kind words, the horses do slow down to they still seem spooked, but they slow down to more of a trot than a full-out gallop.
Amelie's just calming down. Yeah, there, it's alright.
I mean, the thing is that the cart is here, and you guys are in the cart. The horses are like on a rack that's just outside of the cart. So you're just trying to
Oh yeah, should I
kind of calm them down
One sec, let me
while
just
helping
find
knock
that.
with the reins.
Let me just find these streams so I can double check.
Yeah.
Oscar is somewhere close to the back, close to where Mad Gadget is though, so he won't be up the front at all.
Yeah.
Oh, that's currently not being shown on the stream. It's just a world back in front of it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I don't have any
no,
references.
that's why I'm opening it, because then I've got like a current thing of where we are more than anything.
Okay.
I completely forgot. Excuse me?
So you guys have managed to make your way past that yellow crossroads, all the way into the next principality of Gormba. So
Very
you've
rapidly.
very rapidly within the space of an hour.
There we go, cool.
You went over 60 miles in an hour on horse and carriage. You really pushed those horses, and they just didn't stop.
I spooked them telepathically, just so you guys, if you're wondering what the fuck happened.
I mean,
I was
I
gonna
didn't hear you say that, but safe to say, I assumed.
Yeah, I feel like
It was a natural 20 intimidate cheap fire telepathy.
Yep. Well, this has expedited our expedition quite rapidly. Please don't do it again. We kind of need the transport.
I don't know what happened. They must have really wanted to get out of that area. Maybe the wolves spooked them last night.
Oscar just is in the middle of taking a drink. He just kind of stops and says, they got the runs worse than I did with bad alcohol.
Oh, nothing worse than the alcohol shits, eh?
I mean,
You're swallowed
look,
the nose,
it's
Jordan.
inappropriate to say something like that, okay? You can't fault me for that.
Wow. Now that we're, a certain distance away, that we can keep it going slow now. We don't want to kill the horses because they are a rental.
Don't damage the rental.
Is Oscar able to, like... Does Oscar have any idea, like, where they are? Like, obviously I know where we are on the map, but, like, does Oscar have any idea? I'm happy to roll something if you want.
You would have seen the crossroad go past.
Yeah,
you know we've been past that already.
And you've travelled this road several times before. You get the sense that you know roughly where you are. You feel the air has changed a bit, a little bit more warmer than what it was.
Yeah, okay, so Oscar just kind of looks around and more or less just makes the motion of, I don't think I've ever seen horses go that fast in my life. I'm, not sure whether to be impressed or... And he kind of trails off and still obviously a bit confused about what the hell even spooked them.
Well, it's kind of evident that they felt that there was a presence behind them, and
Well, I mean, yeah, but I guess my point is, like, Oscar didn't have the voice or the image or the bass-boosted caramel dancing playing in the back of his head, so he didn't have the motivation to run. So he's just kind of like, what? Like, that's not something that I imagined because I was drunk. What's going on?
no, because Jorg had done it directly to the horses.
Yeah, no, I get that, which is why I guess, like, my point is Oscar is, like, confused as shit. Like, what?
Yeah, because
like,
Oscar's
what?
confused because he doesn't understand what fucking caused him to run. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, it's like, his brain is telling me, you're drunk, this is because you're drunk. But he's not. Like, he's confirmed that.
Yeah, but
Jorg's just keep his mouth shut.
yeah, you just hear Jorg in the background just.
Yeah, this isn't a request for Oscar to be told what's happening. He's just kind of like, bro, what the fuck?
Either way, you've slowed down to a bit of a safer pace. No one was rattled enough out of the carriage.
Yay!
We solved your horse puzzle.
Unintentional horse puzzle.
We solved Peter's horse puzzle.
Hey!
Puddle. Nah.
Stop the horses from becoming puddles.
You stop the horses from having a literal heart attack from an invisible source.
Invisible source screaming, if you don't run faster, I'm gonna eat you tonight for dinner.
Pretty much, yeah.
What was this?
In a language that they understand. So they knew exactly what he was fucking talking about.
Yeah.
They just saw a spit with a knife being sharpened on the side, and they got the memo.
Pretty much. So, you make your way a little bit further down the road. You start heading into that nice light green spot.
Ooh.
There's more fertile land, a little bit more of a meadow heading down towards the ocean. You guys can see.
Oh, whoops, that's the wrong browser. Like, oh yeah, I see.
Jorg's gonna keep an eye out for farms as they go, by the way.
You do see a small farm just over towards the northern end. Towards the base of the little mountain that you see.
What sort of supplies were you looking for there?
Sorry,
what's your name, sorry?
The ground goes like kind of browny.
Yeah, so
Yeah, just below.
Oh yeah.
I think. Is that right?
So, what sort of supplies were you looking for? What's your name again? Sorry, Gadget, whatever, something or other.
I'm known as Fizz Bang Mad Gadget. And
So fuck boy, Gadget Mad, go.
Oscar just kind of rolls his eyes and says, "That's boss. Don't worry about the name."
well,
He may be boss to you, but he's Mad Gadget does.
Oscar looks confused and doesn't seem to entirely understand what you're saying, but nods nonetheless.
Regardless, what sort of supplies were you looking for? Because there's a farm just over there.
Well, at least I was about to say, if the horses had decided to run themselves to death, then we would have to require more transport. But in the meantime, because we're making good pace, we don't need anything in particular. But we'll just keep going on the road. So,
to sort of preserve, how fast are we going, like horse-wise? Are we at risk of like gradually running the horses out of gas?
We almost did.
yeah, they went for a full sprint for like a good hour, almost hour and a half.
An hour of mental nitrous?
Yeah, the mental mindfuck they had. But they've slowed down, they have dropped back in pace now and have calmed down enough so that they're at a less leagued pace. Which is why you guys have gone through into the next principality and have gone up to the light green light green segment of the map there. So you
so 4232?
4232, yeah.
Cool.
So you follow the road along a little bit more, and you get to about where where you saw the farm off in the distance. Alright. And everyone roll a perception check.
Really?
Natural 20.
11 total for Oscar. He's probably in the middle of taking a drink.
That is a...
You can't confirm that.
10.
And Amelie got 25 total.
Damn!
Oh.
People got eyes, man.
In this case,
Oscar
is
for his fucking wineskin.
in this case is because Amelie and Jorg, both sitting up at the front now, would not hear a bit of commotion. It sounds like it's coming from where the farm is. Bit of yelling, bit of screaming, mostly a female voice, and what sounds to be multiple male.
Jorg is going to grab the reins off Nog and pull the horses around towards the fucking horse, towards the farm direction.
And Amelie's just looking in that direction, wondering what's going on.
Yeah, the ears twitch and everything, and
yeah.
she's just like standing up on top of the desk, just looking.
So Oscar can tell what's going on now.
And
Like,
I'm
he can
going
tell
to do the same thing I did earlier and mentally scream to the horse's head, move or it's your head on the pipe tonight.
Jesus.
So, like, Oscar can tell what's got, like, he can tell something's happening, right?
The horse's ears just flip backwards and flip forward again, and they just turn and go straight towards the farm. And you notice that there is a bit of a trodden down path heading up towards the farm, so the horses run onto that. Still rather bumpy and at speed, so everyone roll a dex check so you don't fall off the fucking
Can Oscar roll athletics to just clamp a hand onto the side and hold on?
You can, yes.
No. Acrobatics? Or wait, athletics?
Athletics or dex. I mean, like, Oscar literally just clamps a hand on the
Athletics or
side of the carriage
acrobatics,
and
yeah, so
holds.
strength or dex.
Oh no.
Oscar gets a 25 total.
I got a 19 total.
Amelie gets an 11.
I got a 9.
Yeah, back at you got like a 10. So, with the whole bumpy road situation, Nock, Amelie, and Mad Gadget are all bounced around so much that they almost fall off the carriage.
Whilst Jorg's got one hand on the reins, he's going to prepare his daggers.
Okay.
Just in case. He's going to prep his soul knife, sorry.
Just in cases.
Just in case. Okay. So, do you guys run the carriage all the way up to the house, or do you have it back a bit just in case?
Jorg's running it straight up to the car, up to the house.
I don't know where I've probably been bounced into the back at this point.
Yeah,
So
Amelie and Nock have been bounced into the back, and Mad Gadget is now right up against the back edge of carriage.
So Jorg's the only one up front near the ranks.
Question: Can I'm guessing like Oscar, like by the sounds of it, Oscar stayed pretty well put, right?
Oscar stays well put. He just puts a big meaty hand just onto the side of the carriage as he's sitting there, and just starts rocking along with it.
Yeah. Okay.
He's used to the
then
swaying motion.
Who else looks like they might be flying off?
Mad Gadget.
Aside from Mad Gadget, just went flying past you and hit the back of the carriage.
Okay, can Oscar roll anything to see if he can just grab Mad Gadget and like hold on to him?
You have one hand on the carriage, one hand on a wineskin.
He drops the wineskin into the bottom of the cart.
What?
Like, it's his boss.
Oscar drops his wineskin?
That's
It's his boss. That's like the one person he'd do that for.
that's character progression right there.
Yeah, I know, right?
Character
That's
development.
really
He gives up his
potential.
drink.
He literally just like he like because the cap's in it, like he just drops it into the bottom and figures, oh fuck it, you know, I'll make more if I need be, and reaches out to try and grab Mad Gadget.
You drop. You don't have to roll, but you drop the wineskin. You reach out to grab Mad Gadget. You just miss him, and he thumps against the back of the cart. He's not fallen off. He's just bang, hard against the back.
Can Oscar reach him where he is?
Yeah, you can reach him.
Oscar just reaches over, puts a hand on his shoulder, and sits him down beside him and holds him there. Oscar kind of shakes his head and is like, "Watch yourself, boss. You're not quite as stout as I am."
No, but the horses were not supposed to be launching themselves out again.
As we
Oscar
approach
rolls of
the
eyes.
as we approach the house, I'm going to scream in the horse's head, "Halt!"
Oh god, we're gonna get like dumped.
We're gonna get catapulted.
Yeah.
What am I rolling? Intimidate, persuasion?
Roll an intimidation again because you're young and something to do something.
17.
The horses hit the picks rather hard because a structure is now coming in front of them. The cart doesn't stop as easily as you want it to.
So, the cart is going to throw people out, right?
Jorg,
Can I?
Amelie, knock. Make your dex saves.
Oscar doesn't need to?
Because you're already holding down Mad Gadget and yourself, you don't have
I'm
to.
just gonna say, like, as soon as Oscar
Oh,
sees the
no.
on its side, he's also gone.
So Emily got an 8 total.
I got a 16 total.
I
Knock.
got a 19 total.
Okay, Knock and Jorg hold themselves into the cart, but Amelie goes flying again off
Can
the
I-
front of the cart this time, past the horses, and onto the pathway in front of the front steps of the farmhouse.
Damn it, she forgot to use
Can
her
I say-
claws.
Can I say that I actually jumped when the cart stopped? I tried to carry that momentum and tried to jump over the horses as
Jorg
well.
was going to try to do something similar too.
I don't know. Because
I
I can
rolled
try to roll
dex-
acrobatics for it if you want.
I
Okay.
rolled dexterity and I got a 19. Does that help with anything?
the dexterity is that you hold on to not being thrown off. Or you
Okay.
lean into it because you can kind of feel something happening, but you don't have the same foresight that Jorg does to counteract the horses stopping suddenly, because Jorg is the one that said them to stop. You
Yeah.
don't know
Jorg
anything
is
that's
the one,
happening.
you know, initiating all this, so...
Could I sort of justify it by reading that Jorg was like getting ready to jump, or did it happen like stop and then he?
Pretty much as soon as the horses stopped, he was jumping. And yeah. So no, you're still hanging off. You're still in the back of the cart, but you've braced yourself so you don't get thrown off.
Okay.
But you do jump out of the cart first. So Amelie is on the ground right next to it.
Next
Yep,
car.
No, right next to the
when the
stairs.
cart stops, sorry, go on.
Where would Jorg end up?
Jorg will be in front of the horses. Oscar and Mad Gadget will be at the back.
Yep, basically, as the cart stops, Oscar's just going to let go of Mad Gadget, see if he can just check for Wineskin's still there.
Yeah,
Did
Wineskin.
the wineskin get catapulted?
The Wineskin had slid around at the bottom of the carriage.
But didn't get
Okay,
catapulted?
well, as long as he can still find the thing, he doesn't. He just kind of shuffles around, grabs it, tucks it back onto his belt. And given we're closer, is Oscar now able to hear the commotion, or do you want me to roll again?
There is a lot more in the way of male voices than there was a female voice. Like, you hear laughter, and you hear... It sounds to be a bit more of a destructive sound going on inside.
Oscar kind of, flops himself off the side of the cart and, you see him loosen the strap around the hammer at his side and kind of grip it fairly tightly as he begins walking towards the sounds.
Okay.
Amelie's also going to get up, dust herself off, and mutter like, "What the hell's wrong with these horses?" And she's just going to also...
Jorg's just going to kick the door in. Jorg's just going straight out the house to kick the door in.
How about we do this first?
Okay.
Rips is gone?
Yeah, he'll be back soon.
Okay.
So, this is where everyone ended up after the horses stopped. So
Yep.
the horses stopped just before the bottom of the map.
Yeah.
And Oscar and Mad Gadget getting out, with Jorg and Nock jumping off, and Amelie thrown 20 feet into the stairs.
Amelie's going to go in and find out what's going on.
Just wait till
Yeah,
Chris gets back.
also, as soon as Oscar gets the
just wait for
opportunity
Chris
to,
to get
he
back.
starts going forward, fairly briskly.
Yeah, Jorg would be making straight for the door too. That's just what
Yeah,
he's
so
over
I'm
waiting for
guessing...
Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, so from what you guys can see, it's a very standard-looking farmhouse. It's got 2 windows. You can kind of see through one of the windows, but you don't get a good glimpse from down here because it's slightly lower than the rest of the deck.
Is it a 1-story or 2-story building?
It's a 1-story building.
Okay.
Yeah, very, very standard flat section. Around the outside, you see the deck. You see a very small kind of
Like patio?
like a patio, yeah, with some of the fence, little gable fences going around it.
Oh, like the ones on the farmhouses in Phasmophobia. Like the tiny
Yeah.
house things with the little railings.
Yeah, the railings.
Yeah.
And you see a big solid door that looks like it has been kind of kicked off its hinges. A little bit.
We're waiting upon the Chris.
Has he just gone to do something, or...?
I do not know.
That's fine,
Well,
I'll just
we'll need
ping
to try and
him.
find him. Oh no!
Oh,
Is it down?
Oh no, his name down.
Rip.
Oh.
Oh, crap.
That's not good.
Does he know roughly how long till it's back up or no?
I'll ask him.
I mean, he could play off.
Oh,
verbal,
she'll
but-
ask the man.
It's not good. We're getting up to the encounter.
It's awkward timing, but I can guarantee you that, it's just Murphy's Law.
Could go wrong, does go wrong, yes.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
Not actually. Murphy's Law states that what can happen will happen. Not good nor bad.
Well, it's typically used in a bad context, but I think, yeah, you're probably right.
Yes, but the official mention of it refers to what can happen will happen.
No, you're probably right. It's just always used in a negative context.
Yeah, I don't know why. Probably because the human race is quite a negative group.
Yeah, very negative. Choice to drink today is a nice peach soju.
Whereas I'm drinking a Americano soju.
at a nice place selling the stuff, and I was just like, ooh, yeah.
We sampled a couple of different bottles and it was like, ooh, that's quite smooth.
Very smooth.
Not bad.
It's a apple wine mixed with a juice or a flavour of some sort.
Huh.
It's a Korean style apple wine.
Chris is not sure how long he will be.
We'll see if that'll be enough. He's gonna stay with the horses.
I'll just see if he's got another. I can see if he's got another idea, but I'm getting that probably works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, it's probably kind of in character with him, isn't it? Like trying to make sure, like tell what the fuck is going on with the horses. Like clearly they weren't doing so hot.
I'm not wrong. Your internet be a dick.
Yeah, I couldn't, Harry.
What's Cribs trying to do?
He's sorting his internet out by the sounds of it. What? Music just died? Oh no, it's just very quiet at the moment. Why has my music just died? Hello? There we go. That's better. Jesus.
Oh, it's unfortunate.
Very unfortunate timing.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense we have a bit of a break, but... Told you, Carriages and Carnage!
Well...
Instead of Dungeons and Dragons, it's Carriages and Carnage. Hey, he's back!
Hey!
Hello again! Hello?
Did you slap the bitch to get it working?
Easy, baby, easy.
You were there.
I meant, sorry, as in slap the router, that's what I mean. That's how you fix everything, isn't it? You just hit it.
Yeah.
Oh, we hear noise from Chris.
I just heard something, Cribs.
Hello?
Hello!
Hey!
What the hell happened? Where did I go?
Did you just go to the Shutter Room or something?
I was just about to say that. Yeah,
You went
maybe.
to the void.
Well, it's okay, you got back just in time.
Hey, here we are.
What do you reckon happened? Just... Did it just close or something? Or router just being a bit of a dirt?
Oh no, everything just went.
Oh.
I was watching the stream as well, and just went dark.
Everything was just like the super bass boosted Windows shutdown noise.
I just.
Sounds like the router just fucking restarted itself.
Yeah. Or someone restarted the router on you.
Well, either way,
What happened?
let's take advantage of the moment and encounter.
Yes.
Indeed.
Jordan, you have to re-explain because Chris wasn't here.
Okay. So, after everyone being disembarking and thrown off the cart, they now see a farmhouse in front of them, which you can see two windows either side. Equidistant from the door, which looks like to be knocked off its hinges inside. With a deck all around the outside with some small railings that extend and continue around the back of the, from what you can see.
Like, do you remember the farmhouse in Phasmophobia, like that little tiny deck thing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the roof is gabled
like a
down.
wraparound veranda sort of thing.
Alright.
So,
Amelie, being closest to the door, is going to cautiously go up to it and push it out the way and kind of peek in and sort of go, hello?
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 As you step onto the deck, you hear a voice inside going, "Quiet, boys! Somebody's here!"
Does Jorg hear this?
Roll perception check.
I was gonna say just Oscar, but I'm guessing the same thing.
It's an 8.
Oscar gets a 15 total.
You hear the voice, and you see a slight movement in one of the windows.
Sorry, Oscar does.
Yep.
Oscar Jorg doesn't hear anything?
Oscar doesn't hear anything, nor does he see anything.
You mean Jorg doesn't?
Joel doesn't.
Oh, hang on, sorry. Who saw the movement?
Oscar did, just at the side of his eye.
So Oscar is like he heard the voice and saw movement.
Yeah, he heard a voice.
Okay.
And he also saw movement in the left-hand window.
Okay. Oscar just because Amelie's in the doorway, right?
Yes.
Oscar just, assuming he's got the time to, slips the hammer out of its hoop on his waist, kind of like more or less jogs up and just pushes Amelie out of the way, just like pushes her back and says,
Alright, in that case,
Maybe.
everyone, roll initiative.
yeah, basically just turns around and was like, maybe let me go first.
Amelie's just gonna nod and go, oh, okay.
So Amelie slides over to the right. Everyone rolls initiative.
Oscar gets a... Oscar gets a... What is his initiative? His initiative is... Oscar gets a 6 total. Would you like me to make a list, or have you got one?
I've got a list.
And Amelie gets 16 total.
Jorg has a 19.
13 total.
It makes... Oscar being low makes sense. You know, he took his time to get someone out of the way. Seems reasonable.
Okay. So, Joel, first up on the list, let's go.
Jorg's going to use his bonus action to hone the blade.
Yeah.
Because he's seeing how Oscar has acted very, almost defensively as if he's spotted something.
Yeah.
And Jorg's going to make his way up to the window to have a look in.
Okay, there's 2 windows, one on the right.
I'm going to go to the window on the right.
Okay, so Joel uses his movement, goes there. Roll me a perception check.
Excuse me.
17 total.
Okay. See inside the lounge. Yeah. You see inside the lounge. You see a rug. You see a table. You also see a body on the floor, standing over by.
Oh, I love the drawing of the body. That's amazing.
By some
Wonderfully.
big burly fucking man.
Can't see the top of it.
Okay, yeah, but we're gonna move some. How's that?
Nope. Oh, there you go. Now I can see it. Yeah.
So you see this big burly mess of a man, and just another little bandit just in the corner there. He's keeping eye out.
Alright. I'm going to throw my soul knife.
The window is closed.
Can I throw it through the window?
You don't know you're there. If you do that, you'll...
Sorry. Question. Does this soul knife operate off the same rules as the subclass ones, where it actually has a range of 30 foot?
Yes.
So you wouldn't even need to throw it. You could literally just through the.
Oh
window.
no, sorry. It doesn't have a range, but I do throw it, and then I can use a bonus action later on to re-bring it back to my hand.
Oh, right, no, so, because the one I'm used to for the monk subclass literally just straight up, or the
No.
monk and the rogue subclass literally straight up has a range of 30 foot before throwing it, so you can just hit up to 30 foot away.
No, this
Dang.
one, it's operate the same range as a dagger, but I can't
Okay.
throw it.
Okay, alright, yeah, I'm with you now, sorry, my bad. My bad.
Okay. Yeah, you can throw it. Roll me roll to hit.
Okay. And it acts as if I do have proficiency with it. So the Dex modifier added to it. It acts like a dagger.
If it's a thrown weapon, it's Dex or Strength, whichever's better, right?
24 hits. I'm targeting the guy standing over the dead body, by the way.
You're targeting the guy over the body, yes. 24 does hit. It shatters the window. But it continues going through. And it clips him in the shoulder.
Okay.
Roll damage.
So this does 1d8 of psychic damage. Oh wait, no, hang on, so it's an additional. So we're going to 28 hit. Sorry, my mistake, because I timed the blade.
Yeah, no, it's still the same thing. It's in the shoulder.
That's 9 points of psychic damage.
9 points of psychic. Okay.
Correct. And that is the end of Jorg's turn.
Alright. So 9 points of psychic. Let's go down to that. You hear the captain of the bandits, just the one you threw the knife at. You hear him grunt, and after his early warning, you hear footsteps come from other rooms in the house. You see.
Oh, we got more boys. Oh boy.
That's not fun. It's silly. Okay. You see one bandit just come in the doorway next to the same bandit that you see in the distance.
Oh,
You
the one with
see-
the little 6 marker on him.
Yeah, so you see number 6, but you see another one that's in the doorway behind him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm with ya.
For some reason, I want me to grab these layers. Because I'm bug.
Dog.
You see, just like that, just grab him come flying up. Him comes sliding up. Him comes sliding up. And him as well.
As a free action, I'm going to say, "Fight's on, boys!"
As a free action, Oscar just kind of grins and chuckles under his breath.
So he's just over there. Alright. So, you now get the full scope of 6 bandits plus a captain. Okay. And they're just moving into position, looking to do some damage. Arnold.
Sorry, Oscar can see in the doorway, yes?
Yes. Oscar can see all
Can
this happen.
Oscar see if any of them have ranged weaponry?
They don't have ranged weaponry. They all
Okay.
seem to be carrying swords or daggers.
Alright.
Oh wait, no, never mind. They are carrying crossbows. None of them have them equipped, though.
Okay, well, so Oscar can tell they do have ranged weapons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, Oscar, given talking or like just mentioning something offhand as a free action, Oscar is just going to remark, "Crossbows, watch your heads."
Arnold, your turn.
Okay, well, also as a reaction, Amelie's going to mutter under her breath, "Great." And then she's going to sort of slide into where the door frame is, and she's going to use her sling on the 4th bandit.
On bandit number 4?
Yeah. She's not actually going to go in the house, like just kind of peek around the side and just...
Okay,
Yeah.
You're just gonna
Well, I
reach
mean, you
around
could
and-
definitely do that over the top of Oscar.
Yeah.
So she's using the door frame for cover, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as in like leaning around like over Oscar. Like she'd easily be able to do that with the
Because
size of
since she heard
Oscar.
Oscar's warning, she doesn't want to actually step in the house.
Okay. Roll me a hit.
That's 21 total.
That hits.
Okay.
Wahoo!
That's 8 bludgeoning damage.
The stone comes flying from the sling just on the edge of the doorway there and clocks a dude smack in the forehead. You just instantly see blood start trickling down. But he stumbles. But he's still standing.
I'm always just gonna call out, sorry!
Ever polite.
Okay. The captain, turning around and looking over the body and then looking up at the window and the door frame, sees that the window has now been smashed open, and sees Jorg standing over there with a cheeky little grin going on, and he starts towards Jorg.
There's more than cheeky grin, it's nearly an ear splitting.
Well, yeah, you know, Cheshire Cat kind of, you know.
Yep. So he's going to
God,
just
that's horrifying.
he's going to start towards Jorg, and as he does, he gets over the carpet, moves right about here, you know, standing on the body, doesn't care about it, and throws 2 daggers at Jorg.
Half cover through the window or not?
Yes.
Okay. So that adds 5 to AC.
Nah, 2 I think, half cover.
Okay.
I actually, hang on, I'll check for you. I've got a minute. Come on, you can load. Cover! Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, half cover gives +2 to AC and dex saving throws.
Okay.
Okay. 17 and 15.
Equal does not beat.
So the 17 hits.
17 does not hit.
That's a whole of an armor class you got there.
15 plus the 2 from half cover.
Based on our rule, equal does not beat.
Okay, yeah, no. The daggers go flying into each side of the door frame, or window frame. But you can see the captain gets closer and closer. Stands. Actually, yeah, no, he's in front of the window. It's slightly too big for him to get out, but he's within melee range, but he's done his action. So the next one up is Oscar. Oh no, Knock.
I was gonna say, Oscar got a 6. How the fuck?
Knock was on his phone. No, I'm kidding. Would there be a way for me to move into the building without just barging over? Could I pick Oscar up and use him as a battering ram?
Freeze can move
Oscar will
through
step out of the way
spaces.
if you want, but he's also quite happy to just be run in there.
Yeah.
You can move through a friendly space.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you can move through a friendly unit space as long as you could realistically get through them, and as long as there's a space past them for you to stand in. You can't, like, stand in the same space.
Yeah, it'd just be a bit too friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knock charges in to deal with the room.
Okay,
Picking,
whereabouts you
well,
want to
like,
sit?
moving Oscar with him, or just going past? Either or.
I think with him would be a good idea.
Oscar does not resist, he lets himself be carried in. He's quite happy to be closer.
Okay, whereabouts are you going to go, Chris? Are you going to go right up to
So
number 4, or are you going to go towards the captain that you can't see yet?
So, well, exactly, I can't see him yet. So I'm going to move just straight forward and
At number 4.
to hit up number 4.
Full movement, or...
Sorry?
It'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That he would have 5 foot of movement left if he moved to the square right in front of 4.
What's my speed? Why can I
30,
never?
I believe. Oh wait, no, you're a barbarian. You might have more than 30.
I never know how to read these sheets, and it's annoying me.
No, he won't
Okay,
have extra
so-
movement yet. He's too low level for that.
No, okay. On your character, are you using the character sheet or a builder itself?
Character sheet.
Okay, so in the middle of the first page,
Oh, there it is.
yeah, in the
Speed.
middle of the first page, 3 boxes down, there's speed.
Oh yeah, so I can get right up at him.
Okay, so you're charging straight in, you're picking up Oscar, and you're charging in with Oscar straight into number 4, yes?
Mhm.
Yep. Oscar basically just kind of points to the right of Bandit 4 and says, "Can you put me there?"
So how do I just sort of chuck him?
You don't chuck him. You pick him up by the shoulders. Like
Oscar's not. Oscar isn't actually that heavy. I don't.
No. You
He's,
just battering ram. Problem solved. No metagaming.
I mean, it's like, can you put me in the middle of all the fun?
That's why I'm just like,
gonna-
okay, we just.
I'm gonna hit bandit number 4 with Oscar.
So you going to
That's
shoulder
fine.
check.
Oscar is like, can you put me there? Then he feels movement and he just grins like, okay, this works.
So,
So
whether or not
you're going to go
Oscar-
through. You're going to shoulder check Oscar. Then you're going to shoulder check Oscar into number 4.
Yep,
Yeah.
Oscar is
Oscar's
fine
not
with
resisting,
this. No, Oscar is going with this. If anything, he's helping.
Okay, roll
that's
me
what
a
it-
strength check.
Can Oscar assist him? Given that Oscar is like trying to be helpful, or
No, he's
okay,
successfully picked you up because we know that can happen.
yeah.
I want you to roll a strength check to see if you hit number 4 with Oscar. It's not a save, not a throw, or nothing.
Oscar weighs just shy of 90 kg, by the way.
No, this is
He's
a
not
hit.
actually that heavy.
This is for a 2 hit.
16 plus 3, 19.
Okay, yeah, you successfully use Oscar as a bludgeoning weapon straight into bandit number 4. Roll me 1d6 damage.
Oscar is like you just hear him go as he goes sailing past.
That's a 3 for damage.
Okay, so
Is that plus the strength, the damage? Or is it just strength?
Plus
no, and that is just straight 1d6 damage.
Okay.
So
Okay.
essentially, you go charging and you throw Oscar at this poor, already damaged bandit. You smack straight into him, Oscar, and in doing so, you shunt him back 5 feet, and he is looking rather bloody now. Actually no, that bandit, your momentum carries him onto the floor, and you flatten him.
So it's like Oscar standing on top of him.
Give me a second, I'll let you know. Yes.
Okay. Solid. I like where this is going.
So the other bandits have just seen you just body slam this of the corpse of their comrade, and it's just like, what?
Oh.
Alright. Are you able to move us up so we can see what's happening in the lounge? Thank you. The only one who's still outside is Bankhead.
Everyone who's still outside
Also,
is
so
naked, yes.
practical question. Sorry. Are you able to reduce the stream delay slightly? Because I've got about 5 or more seconds before I actually see what happens.
No, that is just because it is being sent somewhere else and sent back to you.
Oh, yeah, no, okay, I'm with you. No, all good, that's fine. I'll just take a little bit to confirm exactly where I am or I'm not going.
Yeah, so you're right on top of number 4. You're just brandishing your hammer and your wineskin.
Yeah, Oscar's just sitting there like wineskin in one hand, hammer in the other, like, I like this.
And it is your turn.
Oscar's turn. Okay, cool. There's a bandit who is still alive underneath him, right?
No, Bandit is dead. He is now just
Okay,
crushed.
cool. Alright, bandit is dead. Solid. Okay. Oscar is going to... What is Oscar gonna do? Oscar will... Oscar will...
When one DM wants to speed up combat, but the other DM is just like, it's fine, take your time, it's all good.
Yeah, so I'm just working out who I'm throwing a hammer at here. Oscar is going to... Yeah, actually, Oscar is going to throw his hammer at the captain, given he's the furthest away. That is a... That... Oh no! That's a natural 1!
Oh, fuck.
God damn,
You
okay.
throw your hammer towards the captain, but it goes wide and is embedded in the side of the wood just to the left of the captain.
Oscar shrugs and is then going to... where's he moving? He's going to move 1 square up and expend a point of Moxie and take two swats at... is that Bandit 6 at the top
Bandit
there?
6,
Bandit
yeah.
6, yes.
Yep, he expends a point of Moxie, and makes 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action, which are a... Oh, 2 7s plus... those are 2 13s to hit.
2 13s to hit? Yep, they both hit.
Yep. Okay, then Oscar does... 26 plus 4 each, right? Yes. Oscar does a grand total of 16 damage as he clocks the man across the jaw and in the gut.
So, you smack him in the gut first, he goes down, and then you give him a rising uppercut, the dude just goes boom on his back and is not getting up.
Oscar just kind of grins, more or less like, you know, pounds on his chest. You like, you know, when you slap yourself on the chest, and just kind of goes, God, you guys don't even know how to brawl. Clearly enjoying himself a bit, and then passes his turn.
All right. Meanwhile, back outside in the edge of the car, Man Gadget kind of starts getting himself down, but catches a foot on the edge of it. Hits the ground.
Poor guy.
Yeah. Because of the height, he does take some damage. And is a bit stunned. And misses his turn.
Oh god.
Is that a natural
boy.
1 for his turn start? Oh!
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, okay.
You just hear him outside.
Like you hear like, you know, this like you can hear him like winding up something and then just thud. Ow.
That has to be my favourite sound effect.
Yeah.
Just a distant nat 1.
Distant.
Okay, alright.
Right.
Next round then, I'm guessing?
Top of the round again. Jorg.
I'm going to start by using a bonus action to bring my blade back to my hand.
Yep, so the blade is dislodged out of his shoulder and just straightened back into your hand again.
Instead of moving, I'm going to take an action to use Mind Thrust on the captain.
Okay.
And I'm going to scream into his head, fucking die. He needs to make an intelligence saving throw. To be a 15.
His hands go to his head as the mental pressure that is exerted by the little 14-year-old shitbag outside the window is too much for him to bear. How much damage?
It's a 1d10 psychic. 2. He takes 2 psychic damage.
His nose starts bleeding as the pressure on his head builds, but he takes double that damage.
Oh, okay. I'm
It's
also
loud,
going
but
to
not too loud.
bring my blade up and across his throat with a melee attack.
Okay.
Half cover does not protect during melee attacks, do they?
No,
it's-
half cover has no effect on melee in general, it's only ranged.
I need to add some shit. 12 plus 4. 16 plus 21.
It hits. You see him just constantly just grabbing his head. So his neck is rather exposed.
Poor
And that
bugger's
is
not
another
having a
8
bad
psychic
time.
damage.
So you do feel the blade past his throat, but he manages to slide back enough that each scrape's past and gets his collarbone, but he's still standing.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, Jukes me in his turn like that.
Okay. So, all the remaining bandits, seeing 2 of their fellows go down, put away their swords, bring out all 4 of them, crossbows.
Works.
Train them on Oscar.
Oscar just kind of grins and it's like, come on then.
Oh, they go.
His AC is 16, by the way.
He's doing math rock things.
Yes.
Yep.
And
So
surprisingly,
17 or a higher hits Oscar.
Drunken Fist Oscar dodges 3 arrows. A 4th one, thunk, catches him in the shoulder.
No. What Oscar does is he sees them coming and he just kicks his legs out in front of him and hits the ground on his ass. That's what he does.
I mean, you say that, but he's still kind of. Oh no, he's not standing on anyone yet. Yeah.
No, he's not standing on anyone.
Yeah, but okay. So bandits 1, 2, and 3 all take a shot at him, and the arrows fly past and embed themselves in the walls around. But number 5, Oscar doesn't see, and just peeks around the corner of the bedroom and shoots it.
Question. Range disadvantage at close range with the crossbow? No? Okay. Just checking.
These guys are a little bit practiced with their crossbow.
Oh, shit, okay. Not your run-of-the-mill bandits.
I mean, they're raiding a farmhouse. True. So Oscar takes
So
6
one did
points of
connect.
piercing damage.
How much, sorry?
6 points of piercing damage.
6. Oscar grins and kind of turns around and says, well, at least you're a decent shot.
And that is their turn. So they use one action to put weapons away and one action to fire.
Yep.
Alright. Amelie.
Okay.
Only can't even see the cat, can she?
Amelie cannot see the captain, no.
Amelie is going to use her movement action to move into the house.
We're about to turn back in.
Round about there. And then she is going to use her bonus action to cast Anticipate Weakness to find out when there is a gap in a foe of the foe.
Okay.
Within their arm, basically.
Within their armor, yeah.
Right. You get the feeling that he's wearing boots on.
Captain on level bandits.
You have advantage on attack rolls for lead of the turn. Hey, that's not bad.
Anticipate weakness. You see he's wearing some rough hide studded leather armor, and he's just having a bit of a hard time with his little shitbag outside. But he's doesn't seem to have any weaknesses. Doesn't seem to have any strengths either. He's just captain of the bandits because he's bigger and tougher than all.
As you're expecting their captain.
Yeah.
He is not the good kind of Capitan.
He's dictator.
And I still have an action, right? So I can cast a spell.
No,
Anticipate weakness, is that a bonus action?
There's a
It's a
bonus
bonus.
action.
That's a bonus
Okay,
action.
Cool. In that
It
case,
means that she has advantage on attack rolls till the end of her turn.
yes. Amelie is going to try and attack the captain with Chromatic Orb, and she's going to use acid.
So, an acid orb is launched from your hand.
How do I forgot how it's
It's a ranged spell attack, is it?
Yeah, it's a ranged
Yeah.
spell.
Okay, so you roll to
You
try
hurl a 4-inch diameter sphere of energy at a creature that you can see within range. So yes, she creates a orb of energy and basically flies it and throws it at you.
Yep.
Ranged
Which
spell
has
attack.
advantage.
Okay.
Yep, so blue energy is surging through your hands, which can create a glowing acid green orb of energy and is then forced towards the captain. Roll to hit.
Okay.
Both of 15s, plus also to 19.
That hits.
Okay. And
Get damage.
That's a spell, right?
Yep.
Creature takes 3d8.
It's actually pretty decent for a first level spell.
Yeah. Get more d8 damage every time you level up, though.
Oh, yeah.
Where are you
That's
gonna
12.
end up? 12?
12 acid damage.
12 points of acid damage. The ball of acid splashes on him and his surroundings. His armor looks to be rather in tatters, but it's still holding strong. But his overcoat and other livery that he has, you know, he's bigger, he's better, he looks nicer than everyone else. It's all now just ripped and falling off him because of the acid. And he's still standing.
And there's Amelie's turn.
Mild 3rd degree acid burns, but yeah,
You know.
he's just mad now. He shifts his attention from Jorg to Amelie, because it is now his turn. And is going to head towards Amelie.
I'm going to make a reactionary attack.
Yeah.
Don't turn your back on me! Does a 29 connect?
Yeah, it does.
It's a natural 20.
Oh, yay.
So I double damage.
Yeah.
And I roll pretty decent on damage that time too. So that's
Yay!
13 plus 8.
21.
21. 21 psychic damage.
That is double or just...
That's doubled. That is doubled.
He's rather hurt, but still not as hurt as the acid splash. He's going to go over towards Amelie still.
By any chances of reaction, could I activate my belt?
It's a reaction if you do, if someone makes an attack against you, which he does. You will do. So he's going to
react here.
Yes.
Okay, so that means I get 2 damage.
Yep. So you see him coming, you just slap the belt, and then boom, a very invisible force field appears in front of you, and you gain 2 AC to the end of your turn.
Okay, that's 16.
Shield is +5, my guy.
Shield
Or
spells
according to the
+5.
spell, it's +5.
It's +5.
Yeah, the spell shield, which is what the belt is based off of, right?
Yeah.
Shield. Let me just double check that for you.
Yeah.
I think it's.
The spell shield gives you +5 AC until the start of your next turn.
Okay, but because this is not a spell, but it is a
So, yeah, it's
experimental.
a experimental gadget. You're only adds
Yeah.
+2.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I was just checking because I remember you saying it was based off the spell shield.
Based off, but not is.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. I just misunderstood.
He's going to pull out another dagger, and he's got a scimitar in hand as well. And he's going to do 1 attack with the scimitar, and 1 attack with the dagger.
Okay.
17 doesn't hit.
It does.
It does.
It does? Okay. The
So
scimitar
it's
comes
actually-
down and slashes you, but the dagger glances off the shield.
Okay.
You take 9 points of slashing damage.
Points.
Okay. And that ends his turn. Next up is Knock.
Oh.
I was seeing little squishy get hit from behind.
Can you move the map up a little bit because I can't see the other 2 dudes.
Oh, the other bandits on the top.
I could just go for the number 3 around the corner.
You could do whatever the hell you want. Oscar has a plan,
So
but he has
scroll
plenty of bandits to accomplish that plan with.
So you can't scroll
Okay,
up, just the one.
I'd say that Nock moves forward and then sees number 3 and decides to charge him.
Is not going to
Rage at
just
all?
checking. Because, you're a barbarian.
I could, eh? I
Yeah,
could do
Rage
yeah.
is a bonus action, so it wouldn't do, anything to stop you doing what you're already doing.
Okay, yeah, I rage, and then Could I? Is there a door behind that dude?
Yes, that looks like a doorway behind him.
That is the way behind him.
Okay, I charge and slam him into that door.
Set it up, Jordan.
Oh no. We're doing more damage to this house than the barbarians?
Bandits.
The bandits
Okay.
did.
As Nock just gets all angry, he just goes charging straight in, slams into number 3. Roll me a strength plus proficiency for damage.
He gets advantage on this because he's raging.
Yes.
Oh, thank God. I've rolled a 5 for the first one. 16 plus 2, is that also plus strength?
Yep.
Yep,
So it's basically an athletics check, is what you're telling me.
16 plus 5,
21.
So 21.
21. I
You
forgot how to math.
you pick up the you pick him up and carry him along so that you guys both go through the open doorway into the bathroom, all the way to the wall. Roll me 1d12 of damage.
You're gonna do nasty things to that poor bandit
Plus
in the
strength.
bathroom.
Plus what, sorry?
Plus your strength modifier.
1d12 and strength. Oh boy.
7 plus 3, 10.
You're doing bad things to that bandit in the bathroom, boy.
You essentially
Oh, no.
break him from shoulder to foot as your immense strength and momentum just send him plowing into the timber wall. The timber wall holds, but he doesn't.
Question, sorry, shouldn't there be an extra rage damage on that? Or is it not technically an attack?
It's an improvised attack, that's why I'm giving him massive strength damage.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, Chris, do you want to attack still?
How's he looking after that?
He is very bloodied, broken, and he's just whimpering in the corner.
Good button, do it!
Is there a toilet?
Yep.
There is a toilet, it's on the far right side of the wall that you see.
Okay, so what do I want to do? Is I want to like crush his head against the side of the toilet, basically.
Okay, so you then grab him, you drop him down, roll me 1d6 damage plus strength modifier to do damage. As you curb stomp his ass into the fucking toilet bowl.
You guys thought I was brutal when I was playing a barbarian.
3 and 3 plus 3 and 3, 6.
Okay. You grab his head, you place it down on the edge of the toilet bowl, you stomp your angry ass foot down, and you just literally rip his head from his shoulders, teeth embedded in the toilet bowl.
Curb stomping, toilet stomping bandits.
And as a free action, I flush.
Alright.
To be fair, it's not really a flush toilet, it's just more of just a bucket of water on the side there, so you just grab the bucket, dump it on top of his head. You
Not
wash,
on his body.
you wash away the blood, but yeah. He's not having a good time.
Well, I'm pretty sure if his head's left his body, he's dead, to be honest. That's usually how that works.
I don't know, man. Dungeons and Dragons is a freaky game.
It is.
Yeah,
He
you're
might-
right,
He
but...
might be back.
No, he is not back. He is
He's
gone.
just pain.
He is beyond repair. Right. Next up is Man Gadget.
He actually gets the move.
He gets up, he dusts himself off, and he manages to make himself up to the front door. And he's just like, what did I miss? Oh, you bandits? So he sees the two on the ground, and yeah, he uses all his movement to get to that point there, and it's still a little bit woozy from his fall, so he doesn't want to take his action. Top of the round.
Oscar hasn't had a turn yet, my guy.
Oh, Oscar, sorry. Yeah.
Excuse me.
I'm
Oscar
fucking
has a
dumb.
plan.
I'm sorry.
I would like to enact this plan.
I'm sorry. Never mind. Mag Gadget's still fallen by the side of the car.
Oh, okay. So, alright, Oscar, the bandit around the corner of the doorway shot at him, right? So Oscar knows he's there, yes?
Yes.
You would imagine so.
Oscar can reach him from around the corner, right?
Yes.
Cool. Oscar reaches around the corner, puts a hand on his shoulder and attempts to grapple him.
Okay.
Oscar gets a... hang on. That is a... ooh, low roll. 14 total to grapple him.
The bandit slides out of your grip.
Oscar grumbles, and, 1 second, can he do that as a bonus action? Dash as a bonus action. Oscar grumbles and is then going to try again. He kind of takes like a small step, reaches out with a 16 to grapple him this time.
And this time, with the extra added oomph you get, you grab him by the shirt.
Oscar is then going to turn around and hurl him at Bandit 1.
Okay.
Do you still have an action for that?
Sorry?
Do you still have an action for that?
Yes, because I can take. Where are we? Expending a point of Moxie to.
Okay.
Yeah, I expend a point of Moxie. Sorry, I can't talk today. Excuse me. I can expend a point of Moxie to shove, dash, or grapple as a bonus action, is what I was trying to say.
Oh, okay.
So, I have 1 remaining point of Moxie, and Oscar then just hurls him at Bandit 1. What am I rolling?
Roll a strength. Just a strength.
Just straight up
check.
strength?
Yeah.
Okay, that is a... 23 total, 19 plus 4.
Okay, you throw at him, roll 1d8 damage.
1d8? Sure, if I can find a 1d8. There we go.
The harder you
is
throw,
Oscar
the more damage you'll have done.
Yep, no, that's fine. Oh no, Oscar isn't proficient with... He's not proficient with improvised weapons, is... No, okay, no, he's not proficient with,
Improvised
No, he's not proficient with unarmed. No, with, sorry, fucking thing. Improvised weapons. That is a, 8 plus strength or just 1d8?
Okay, so 8 total?
Yeah, sorry, am I adding strength to that or no?
Yes, adding strength.
Then that makes it 12 total, 8 plus 4.
Okay. The collision between the two of them, you throw is pretty accurate enough that the skulls collide. Bandit 5 and Bandit 1 are both dead.
Oscar just kind of grins and you kind of like you hear this rumbling laugh in his chest.
Alright.
Oh, also, I'm so sorry. I take it back. He doesn't need to expend the point of Moxie. He just needs to have already taken the attack action or the grapple action to do it as a bonus action. I apologize.
Okay. Bandit 5, Bandit 1 are dead.
That's fine. You know, I've updated everything now. Yeah, when you use the attack action to attack or grapple someone, you can make an unarmed strike or a grapple attempt as a bonus action. Sorry, my bad.
Okay.
Anyway, that is the end of Oscar's turn, as he's used 2 actions and his bonus action.
Now, again, we're going to reenact the whole Mag Gadget running his way up into the doorway and end his turn there. So, back to top of the round, where it's Jorg.
Jorg's going to expend his entire movement action to climb in through the window.
Okay, roll a dexterity check. Because A is broken glass, and B, it's a very small window.
Dexterity saving throw or check?
Check.
So it's a 20 total.
You stand back a feet, or 1 foot or 2, and then you just jump through the window, and you contort yourself well enough that you're able to just get through the window without hitting any of the glass.
I'm going to mentally scream loud enough, telepathically that everyone hears it, but mostly Bandit Leader. I told you not to ignore me, boy! going to stab him
Shit.
in the back.
Oscar just kind of glances down at the wineskin and
No.
shrugs.
No, I'm going to use energy beam. A lightning energy beam point blank into his spine.
Does
Jesus.
that pierce targets?
No, it does not.
Okay.
Thank God.
So I'm basically just shoving my hand onto his back and letting the energy go.
Okay.
Because it has a range maximum of 90 foot. Dexterity save throw to dodge.
Yeah, it goes through.
Okay. So it's only 1d8. But it's lightning damage this time. It's 7 lightning damage.
So, the captain is, after attacking Amelie, just doing stuff. He feels a hand on his back, and then is suddenly just bolt upright, turns and faces towards you. But he does take the damage.
Okay.
You see he's looking rather hurt now. His eyes are just bloodshot red, and he's just angry.
Donna Dormer, I'm gonna skull fuck you!
I think Jorg might be angrier somehow.
He somehow develops the ability to rage.
Psychic rage.
Psychic that multi-classes into barbarian.
Listen, let's be honest here. And so that's going to end Jorg's turn.
Bandit 1. Or Bandit 2, I should say.
Yeah, the only one.
Oh, no, okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to use my bonus action to crit my dagger to parry. Which increases my AC by a further 2 until my next turn.
I know, against a melee attack.
Doesn't specify, just melee.
It's melee attack.
Does?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, because it actually
I
just
mean,
says,
if you think you can cut arrows out of midair, then you'd be more than welcome to try.
prepare your blades to parry against, you gain a +2 AC until the start of your next turn.
You gain
Or until you're incapacitated.
+2 AC against one melee attack that would hit you. To parry, you must be able to see the attacker and you live again melee.
No, this is a bonus action to prepare my blades to parry.
Yeah, so it is a melee action too.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what's the feature called?
Parry.
It's part of the soul knife.
Yeah.
It literally states, as a bonus action, you can prepare to use the blades to parry. You gain +2 to AC until the start of your next turn, or until you are incapacitated. But I agree with Jordan the fact that it should only be for melee.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're not deflecting missiles or anything, you're actually just
Yeah, no, you're
stopping
not like
blades.
monk levels of bullshit.
And in doing so, number 2 is going to turn towards the one that is mainly attacking his captain, and is going to shoot an arrow at Jorg. Okay?
It's a steam train. I haven't had one of them in ages. Sorry, go on.
What's up?
No, I just, there's an
Jordan.
railway line
Follow that
fairly
face.
close to
The
mine, so-
arrow is loose. It flies across the room. It smacks the captain in the shoulder, pinning him to the wall.
You're fucking kidding me.
The bandit then drops his weapon, realizes what he's done, as he's just impaled his captain to the wall, killing him.
Oh!
Yes!
Can Jorg make a reactionary free action? A reactionary, screaming at the bandit?
The bandit has given up all will to finish fighting. He's just like, my boss is dead, I give up.
He's actually surrendering?
He is surrendering, yeah. He's his
Is that
captain
in
died.
combat?
His captain
Just-
died. The rest of his crew died. But yeah. This ain't worth it.
Sorry, just checking, is that ending combat or no?
Combat is over. Yes.
Jorg's
Okay,
just
in
going to
that
turn around
case,
and let off
Oscar
2
is
energy
going to
beams.
Sorry?
Jorg's going to turn around and let off 2 energy beams at the last remaining bandit. You stole my kill!
Well, I was gonna say, Oscar is also going to walk over and just clamp a hand on his shoulder and, like, hold him down, but, let's see if he lives.
You killed my target.
As Oscar goes to reach over to grab the poor bandit that is pretty much shitting himself at the moment. 2 bolts of energy go flying towards him.
And they are going to be... They're going to be fire this time.
Oh, my.
As dexterity saving throws. Speed of 15.
Oscar reaches over to go grab the band. The poor dude just vaporizes on the spot.
Yeah, Oscar's hand goes through there as he just like, ooh,
Just...
oh, all right.
Yeah.
And just kind of like, it just kind of like shrugs. And is like, I guess that's that then.
So, bandit number 2 is now a charred corpse in the corner of the room. There goes all hope of interrogation.
Oscar, like, he just kind of looks over at Jorg, looks back at the ashes, shrugs, and then turns to Mad Gadget and just kind of like, you missed the fun, boss.
Getting out of that cart was a little bit more trickier than anticipated.
That was my personal battle.
Oscar
I'm only
grins.
3 feet tall. It's like a 6-foot drop. What do you want from me?
Oscar grins, and he can still see the body on the floor, right?
You can see the charred remains of number 2 in the corner. You can see bandits 4, 5, and 6.
No, as in the body on the rug.
The body on the rug, yes. The body on the rug
Yeah.
is a small female. And unfortunately, she had too many injuries to survive from.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I'm guessing Oscar can tell she's fucking dead, right?
Yeah.
In that case, Oscar just kind of like, he just just turns to the party and says, "So I don't suppose we should see if there's anyone else around. Where did the angry one go?"
You just
at this
hear-
moment, I sort of you see a glimpse of the dude in the toilet as I walk out. Like, I'm done.
Jorg's just going to grab one of the
Yeah.
daggers off the captain and continue slashing his corpse.
Yeah,
So you're
Oscar's
just
kind of like,
bleeding the
"Oh."
pig as he's on the wall.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
gutting him and ripping his entrails out and just continuing to stab his corpse.
Oscar completely ignoring this. I'm guessing Nock is walking back into the room, right?
He sort of like half walks back in and goes, "Oh, looting," and sort of goes back to rummage through the guy's pocket.
Oscar kind of calls out, it's like, it is like, "Oi, tall," and hucks the wine sack at you.
And Amelie
Back in a sec,
absolutely.
sorry.
I was going to say, Amelie, absolutely disgusted by what Jorg is doing, is going to walk back onto the balcony because she doesn't want to watch it.
So Jorg is just cutting up a corpse. For no apparent reason at all.
To vent his rage.
You're not a barbarian! You don't have rage!
Right then, to feed his psychotic tendencies.
Crazy ass bastard.
Crazy
Oscar
ass
is
mystic.
following Nock into the bathroom.
Sorry.
Oscar is following Nock into the bathroom, is it? Since Nock is now looting the poor fellow who just
Ate the bucket.
ate the bowl. Alright, roll me an investigation, Nock. Let's find out how much you find.
Investigation. Oh shit. That is an 8+1. I find this body has no head, which is cool.
You also find that he's got some really rough put together leather armor.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's kind of too small for you because you got bulging muscles. But
Bulging muscles.
you also find this coin purse, and you only find 5 silver in it.
That is okay by me. I take anything that could be worth selling at the nearest town as well.
You find a damaged light crossbow, which the string has now been broken,
Mm-hmm.
as well as the limbs of it have been shattered, so it's kind of useless.
It's almost like it rammed into a wall at a high speed.
The scimitar that he has on his hip,
Hi, sorry, I have returned. Did I miss much?
you're following
I'm looting.
Knock into the bathroom.
Yeah, well, but basically, sorry, all I was going to say is Nock just, like, hucks the wineskin at you and just kind of nods and says, I like
Sorry.
your style.
Sorry, who does Knock huck the wineskin to?
No, sorry, no, not Oscar. Excuse me, sorry. Oscar just hucks the wineskin and is like, I like your style. Nods approvingly.
And yeah, I have a skull, and that sort of the sensation of drinking sort of kicks me out of the rage because I was still sort of like.
Yeah, so you're a little bit more sensible now.
Hmm.
Yeah.
He just flips the
So-
opposite end of the spectrum, just like mad and angry, then more quiet, sophisticated.
Yeah.
So damage crossbow, scimitar.
The scimitar is. It has seen better days. Like there are chips in the blade and everything.
Okay,
So,
so
it's not really
put that
worth
down as-
much.
might be able to, convince a blacksmith that he could melt it down for bits or something.
Probably.
Who knows? Who knows?
And
Right, sorry, let me know when you're done. 'Cause
Shoddy-
Oscar has something he's going to do as well.
I'll say shoddy leather armor.
Very shoddy leather armor, like piecemeal. These guys are just your standard run-of-the-mill bandits who have been living rough for the last several months. I mean, they've tried to get by, and this was one of their biggest hits that they've had in a long time.
Well, they definitely took some big hits.
You could say that.
They took a lot of hits this time, and they're not coming back from it.
Nope.
Yeah, if they could come back from that, I'd just be like, I wouldn't even be annoyed, I'd just be impressed.
Jorg, after calming down a bit, is just going to take the dagger he's now been carving the captain up with. He's going to clean it on the captain's cloak and then stash it in his boot. And then start looting the captain.
Roll investigation.
Yeah, Oscar is going to, I'm guessing there's more to the house, right?
There's more to the house, yes. You now have access to the full layout.
Yeah, Oscar's basically just going to check around and see if there's any sort of basement or anything where there might be other people, like, hiding from the attack, or if it really was just the one.
Inside the top left room that you see,
Oh, that I don't see at the moment,
Scroll up.
actually, because, I've just got to wait for it to move.
it's as high as it can go.
Oh, okay, so that is the top edge of the building.
That's probably good. Yes.
Yeah, I can only just barely see the top left. It might
We
need to
only
go a
see
bit
3
further.
cubes. 3 squares.
Yeah, that's how big it is.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Past from that, it's just the outside deck that wraps around the house.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I see what you're talking about now. So, right, sorry, in the top left room, what happens, sorry? Hello?
Yeah, give me a sec.
Sorry, I was just checking it, because everything went quiet and I thought my net died.
You know, he's doing something. He's just trying to
Okay.
push up map here.
That's all good.
Is that a bit nicer?
Yep, no, that works out pretty well, thank you.
So, inside that room, you see a big four-post bed. You see a set of dressers just on the eastern wall. And you also see the body of a man who looks like he's holding a short sword. And just a standard pot lid. And is slumped over on the side of the bed, dead.
Oscar,
He's just wearing threadbare clothes, looking like
Yeah.
he was the farmer of the establishment.
yeah. The altruist in Oscar grumbles and, grumbles disapprovingly, but the pragmatist in Oscar shrugs, guessing that there's probably nobody left alive, and begins checking around to see if there's anything of value.
You look inside the drawers, you look inside the wardrobe I haven't quite drawn it yet, but inside the drawers you find just clothes, standard bed clothes and a couple of changes that they managed to piece together. And inside the wardrobe is a set of boots and a traveling cloak.
Oscar doesn't see anything particularly that he feels inclined to use.
No.
I'm guessing probably nothing in his size either, so he just, shrugs and walks back into the other room.
Okay.
What does Jorg find as a captain?
On the captain, you find 5 gold pieces. You find another dagger. And a scimitar that is a little bit more embedded neck than the rest of the crew.
Okay. He's also going to pull the 2 daggers out of the wall either side of the window frame.
Okay.
So he's just going to collect all of them up, stash them away for sale.
Yep, so you have
Oh yeah,
accumulated
Oscar.
4 new
Sorry,
daggers.
Oscar, upon walking back in, he looks over, sees Jaw grabbing the daggers, kind of realizes, oh yeah, haven't got me ammo. So he walks over, retrieves his hammer from the wall with a crack, salts it back into his little hoop on his waist, and just kind of says, "I think everyone's dead, unless there are
Before
children."
you try and take your hammer, roll a strength check to see if you can get it out of the embedded wood.
Certainly, strength or athletics.
Strength.
Strength. That is a 17 total.
It takes a little bit of effort, but it does come free. Yes.
Jorg
Oscar
does-
kind of like hauls and pulls back with a shock and almost falls on his ass before regaining his balance and,
Jorg's
passing
gonna
it off.
check the quality of the boots of the captain.
They're fur-lined boots. They seem a bit of road travel, so it's really scuffed on the bottom. But using leather straps, they're more serviceable.
Jorg's just going to take them. He's going to openly say, decent pair of boots is worth 2 silver in town.
Yes.
Oscar shrugs and just basically says, "I think everyone's dead, unless there are children hiding somewhere."
There are still 2 rooms of the house you haven't seen.
Jorg's going to head up to the north end of the lounge and start looting the corpses laying around up there.
Okay. So you go.
Oscar will go left into whatever that room is there.
And knock
The one at the front left of the house, or bottom left, whichever way you
Yeah,
want to put it.
that's where Jordan's moving you to.
That's fine, I'm just waiting for that to appear.
And not.
I think Knock is gonna accompany what's his name, Oscar,
Oscar.
to exploring the rest of the house and maybe like calling out to be like, "Hello, is the bandits are gone?" I know that
Oscar is going to be
It's
fairly
good.
vocal, but
I know that seems very like we might be the bandits, but no, we killed them.
Oh, also, as Oscar, as I'm guessing Oscar sees Knock come around the corner, right?
Yeah, roll me a perception check for when you go into that room.
Oscar rolls perception for a 14 total.
I'll sort out Jorg first. Jorg finds, upon the 4 corpses in that area, he finds 3 crossbows. Yep. 3 damaged scimitars. Yep. And a cumulative total of 8 silver pieces between the 3 of them.
Also going to take all their boots too.
1 is a vaporized mist, the other 2 are fine. Okay. So,
The third one. Usually there are 4 boxes.
let's just double check that. Yeah, no, there's 4 boxes, you're right.
Yeah, because there was one that Oscar was thrown at. There was one who
Who's
Oscar
got
punched to death.
vaporized.
Then there was 2 who got clapped together, and 1 vaporized.
Yep, so the vaporized one has nothing left,
Understandable. He's a pile of ash.
aside from a slightly warped scimitar now, because it's heat.
Not even going to take that. Not worth it.
Yeah, but the other ones, you're going 3 scimitars, 3 crossbows, and their boots seem to be of lesser value than the captain's.
Still take them. If I have to multiple trips out to the carriage, I will. Okay,
They'll be worth 5 copper pieces apiece.
I'm taking them all. Take it all.
Are you
grab the boots,
planning
you
on-
lash them together and put them in your backpack.
Oh no, I'm doing multiple trips back to Wolves that get everything to the carriage. That's
George,
what
are
I'm
you
saying.
planning on selling all that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll chuck the crossbow, scimitar, and armor in with your bundle just to keep it all sort of together.
Okay. Oscar, your investigation of the room. You can see it is a young boy's room. You definitely see random toys along the ground. On the southern wall, you see a set of dresses, couple of pictures that he's drawn have gone up on the walls. And then you look to the bed. And you see a shape in the bed.
Sorry, in the bed.
In the bed, yes. It's.
Oh, sorry, go on.
You see the shape in the bed, and then you see the sheets and blanket above are just covered in blood.
Oscar grunts disapprovingly and just kind of calls out, "Hello?"
There is no movement in the room.
Oscar slowly walks over and pulls the sheet back.
You see the young 9-year-old son of the farmer and farm's mistress in the bed with a gaping wound through his chest.
Guessing he's not breathing?
No.
Oscar glumly, is not following him into the room.
Yeah.
Oscar sighs glumly and fairly heavily before reaching a hand out to knock, kind of expectantly.
Knock is just sort of, I don't know, comes over.
Oscar kind of looks around and says, "Oh, sorry, wineskin, please."
Oh, yeah, he hands the skin back.
Oscar nods before popping the cap, kind of making a small motion to the corpse before taking a long swig.
Knock looks around for something that might. I don't suppose there would be an indication of a favorite toy, but I guess he looks for like a stuffed bear or something that. And
You do see stuffed
Ideally not covered in
kitties.
blood.
You see little balls that have been made together just so that the kid had something to play with in his downtime between helping out on the farm.
He lays that on the chest of the child and crosses his arms over it and says, "Sleep well, child."
Yeah. Oh, you hear Oscar mutter under his breath, "Don't mind the farm so much, but this is..." Ugh. And he kind of retches a little bit.
And and at some point, as we leave, I think I move the. Should we bury the bodies or just move them into the beds and make it all weird for the next people who find this place?
Maybe we shouldn't make it all weird for the next people, huh? I think probably burying them would be the best idea. To be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know, but
because I just thought about that. Like, what if some next people came along and they just found all these corpses laid neatly in bed? Like, ooh, what?
Yeah, then they see like the butchered living room and like the the holes in the walls and
the toilet.
They're just kind of like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, so at some point before we leave, Knock goes and buries the three people out back next to each other.
Yeah, Oscar will help with that, given he bought a shovel and is a fairly burly little man.
Yeah, plenty of time to do so.
So I'm going to return one of my return trips from the carriage. I'm going to grab my spear out of the carriage.
Okay.
As well as one of the scimitars.
Yeah.
I'm going to head in. I'm going to behead the bandit captain.
Okay.
Oh.
And I'm
might
going
have a boundary, that's
to drag his body out into the front.
Goodness, yep.
And plant the spear butt end into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to ask someone of a bit more physical stature to please help me mount the corpse.
Do you reckon Oscar and Nock are back from burying the bodies at this point, or would be around?
Nock will be digging the holes at the time. Oscar could probably give Jorg a hand if he so inclines to.
In that case, Oscar looks up, kind of realizes what's going on before, he kind of half smiles, half frowns, and just grabs the corpse with one hand and just thunk. Or the corpse or the head or whatever.
Captain's body upon the pipe.
Yeah,
Jorg,
he just grabs it with one hand, just thunk.
Jorg is also going to take a hit over to Mad Gadget and ask, is this one of the fuckers we were after?
I don't believe so, no.
Shrugs and throws the head off to the side and goes back inside to start looking for more loot.
Question. In the time there, digging the graves, burying the bodies and all of that lot, has Oscar noticed at all what kind of crops the farmer's growing?
Roll a perception check.
Perception, sure. That is a 21 total, 18 plus 3.
You notice they have a mixed crop of cabbages, corn, broccoli, things that could last throughout the different crops throughout different parts of the year. So they tend to just a small little livestock as well. A few cows, a few pigs.
Some multi-seasonal crop.
Yes.
Any sort of barley or wheat or anything? Or...
No.
Okay. In that case, Oscar shrugs, and upon noticing the livestock, just kind of says, "Should we tell someone about the farm? I can't quite remember if there are any towns nearby."
I think there was one town not too far to the north, but we could probably let them know down at Glomber. They might see someone this way.
Oscar nods, seems satisfied with that.
One thing.
Just saying, it's probably a good thing that Oscar helped out putting the captain on a spike, because had Nock been asked to, he probably would have lifted Jorg up. Because wasn't he putting the? I thought he was putting the head on the spike.
No,
not the body.
Just the body.
Okay.
Just putting the body on the corpse. On the corpse on the spike.
I could imagine Nock misunderstanding and lifting Jorg up to be like, "Here you go, you can put the head on the spike now."
Jorg up onto the spike. So,
joke's on you, I'm into that shit.
So, Jorg goes and investigates the last room of the house, and there's a kitchen. It's a rather large, open style kitchen. You couldn't see it because it was behind closed doors, but there's a pantry all up along the western wall. There's an open wood stove on top with a proper, you feed wood in and cooks everything. Nothing there for an icebox or anything. As in, the weather usually is cool most of the year, but there are an all sort of selection of dried meats, dried fruits.
Jorg's going to take all the food that he can see that's going to last, like dried meats and whatnot.
Yeah.
He's just going to shovel all into the pack.
Okay. So you got about 5 pounds of dried meat and about 10 pounds of dried fruit. Various upper rations. Yeah.
He's going to throw his pack on his back, walk out, and head back out to the carriage. So he's done everything he wants.
Is there anything else in the house worth taking a look at? Have we thoroughly scoured the rooms and all that?
No, that was it. This was a very poor homestead. The bandits thought they were getting some easy loot and some easy food, some easy lodgings, but unfortunately,
They attacked when we happened to be passing by.
yeah.
Okay, unlucky for them.
Yeah.
And
They
unlucky
wanted
for the
loot,
farmers
and-
because
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
with the bodies buried, the bandits routed and killed,
And displayed.
and the captain's body bootless and displayed,
And headless.
headless,
Bootless, headless,
gouged
ripped up,
out
ripped up on
like
spike.
a motherfucker, and displayed.
It's easy for the crows, I guess.
And with that, you guys travel back on. I'll head back to the carriage, load up what you have, and head on out again. The horses have had time to, sate themselves on a bit of water and a bit of grass in that time.
Jorg's going to pat them and mentally say thank you. Telepathically.
I was going to say, as Amelie heads towards the carriage, he's going to give one of them a pat as well before hopping in.
Okay, so Amelie gives him a nice little pat, and Joel just gives him a threatening pat.
No, it's
Nice.
nice. Thank you. Nice.
Thank you, he says. Yeah, right.
Hey, that's what he says.
Hey, you did your job. I'm not going to eat you tonight, kind of thank you.
Yeah.
Um,
Congratulations, you live another 24 hours.
You've
You're
earned
so
existence.
bad.
Great.
So bad.
Oh boy.
Well, he is CE.
No, I know.
Still. Okay.
Alignment.
Chaotic evil.
Oh,
Okay,
Chaotic
right.
evil.
Oh, yeah.
He's straight up
Self-adjacent.
supposed to be a bad guy. Yeah. But he's a bad guy doing good things, fucking up worse people.
I know what chaotic evil is, I just didn't know that there was a shorter version.
CE.
Yeah. It's like, chaotic evil is CE, lawful LN,
Yeah.
lawful good is LG, so on and so forth.
Okay.
So, the carriage and the crew make their way slowly on a more quiet, somber pace to the north, where they reach the second crossroads after about 2-3 hours.
Sorry, question. Does Oscar have, is he able to take a short rest while they're,
Yes.
while they're walking, going on? Okay, cool, no, that's fine.
Anyone who's in the car takes a short rest.
That's fine, he gets 1 extra sip. I don't know how he gets it, but we'll just go with it, and his moxie is full again.
On a short rest, I can speak my head.
Cool.
Yep. Unfortunately, I don't get anything back until a long rest.
I don't think I really spent anything.
You expended a rage, but that's better.
Sorry, if you hear me swearing bloody murder, I'm probably just killing a wasp that's come into the room. Oh, no, never mind, it's gone. Solid.
Wasp that's bugging you. And that's me, folks. Goodbye.
I might not go over and
Actually, instead of using just taking a short rest, I'm going to periodically use mending on the scimitars and the daggers and the boots as we're travelling. Because I have it as a cantrip.
You have
do you
materials
have
to activate.
materials to put them back together?
I'll merge multiple scimitars together so you have one decent one.
Just have one, like abomination. It's like Wolverine claws, but scimitars.
You make a throwing
So
star.
I'd
but
sacrifice one scimitar in total to... Yeah, I'm guessing there'd be enough materials of one scimitar to fully repair the other ones.
Yeah, so with
Yeah,
that
you
one
make-
scimitar you're nutting down, you take the glob of metal and just shine it onto another scimitar, and it fills in all the scratches and gouges and cracks.
And then I move the excess of that onto the next one.
Yes.
Yeah, and basically I just make... So how many scimitars we collected total? 5, was it?
5 total, yes.
5 total, so I sacrificed one of them, making we've got 4 good scimitars.
4 good scimitars that look to be about 2 gold pieces each.
Okay? I'm going to sacrifice one for a pair of boots to get enough leather parts to mend the other
Yep,
boots
so
as well.
Patches are then applied onto the boots, which are then seamlessly wrapped into it, making them to be about 10 silver apiece.
Okay.
Alright.
So how many pairs of boots do we have now? Because we collected them all except
You got
for
okay.
two.
Only one body became ash, and you took the fancy boots off the captain, so that leaves 4.
There was
And you're sacrificing.
total of 6 bandits.
Yeah, I didn't look the one in the bathroom.
Oh, okay. So
I
you would have
did.
had.
Yeah, that was
I
all
did,
included
and
with
I
the
added
hide
the
armor.
stuff.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it has came out. So it's 5 pieces of normal boots. So is that coming along?
Yeah, five.
So-
5 pairs of boots sacking once you've got 4 left.
Plus the captain's ones on top of that as well.
Well, yeah, which you. Were you? I thought you were wearing those. My bad. Maybe I
No, I
misunderstood.
just threw them into the carriage.
Okay.
So we've got 4 pairs of normal boots, the captain's fancy ones, 4 good scimitars, 4 good daggers.
Cool.
Cool. And I'm going to see what I can do about the crossbows as well. Sacrificing one which got the broken limbs and these strings.
You find that the strings require another string for them to be repaired.
Okay.
The broken bits of wood, metal for the crossbow bodies themselves and the limbs can be reused.
I do
So
what I can.
you spend all that time mending and making all good work. So there's just a whole lot of ammunition. There's about 40 arrows throughout all that, or 40 bolts, I should say, crossbows.
I'm actually going to put those bolts with my own personal crossbow bolts.
Okay.
As long as no one has any arguments with that.
Oscar is making alcohol. Nothing in the world will tear him away from that.
George's going to shrug, put the bolts with his own personal ones, and just leave the pile of however many crossbows, scimitars, and boots all ready for sale into a pile.
Okay.
Stored nicely though, just like a nice, neatish pile.
So you make your way to the second crossroads that you see at the top of the map,
Yep. West of
east of
Blacklead.
Blacklead.
Yep.
Bleed?
Oh yeah, where it's like a little Y fork, right?
Yeah, the yellow,
Yeah.
the yellow Y. You start hitting.
Actually, according to the references on the sides, it should be north. You've got south on the left hand side.
But wherever it is,
no,
that Y
that's
fork.
latitude, so south the equator, north the equator.
Yeah.
So, somebody roll me a percentile die.
You got the D100, huh?
Alright.
Okay.
Well, let them
Amelie's gonna roll a
use
percentile die.
D100.
You roll that.
Amelie's rolling D100.
That is. Oh, wait.
60 days! 69!
Nice.
The party has
Oh,
enough
gosh,
sense
gosh,
to
gosh.
head northward rather than eastward, or westward. So they head towards Glomber, and in doing so, they spend another hour at a nice calm pace. So what was going to take 3 days has now ended up taking just shy of a day due to expedited pace.
Those
You
horses
know,
really
due
were
to
scared of
running
those
the horses
wolves.
ragged a little bit.
Those horses really got spooked by those wolves, eh?
They covered 300 miles in
Yeah.
a day.
Yeah, the wolves.
I'm just going to call up the map and just have a look and tell you guys exactly how far the guys went. Because that was an insane distance to get to Colombo.
Nat 20 and intimidation check on the horses.
It's like the aliens memes. The aliens meme, except it's just magic.
Mind thrust.
Magic.
Magic is right.
Well, it's not even magic, it's just psychic prowess.
It's just Intimidation.
So 46 miles from the crossroad up. Doing the right thing. But yeah, you guys went about 300 miles in a day.
So, hang on, 300 miles in a day, right? And how many hours is that?
So you guys left just on sunrise
Yeah.
as the camp started.
Yeah.
Out of Cree, you went all the way up. So yeah, within the rest of the day. So sunset is just kicking in as you start hitting the subterranean town of Glomba.
So we're calling that like what, 10 hours?
About 10, 12 hours, yes. On horseback.
So okay, for argument's sake, let's say it was 10 hours. That's an average of 30 miles an hour
Mhm.
On
as
horseback.
an average pace.
Not counting the 2 hours or so that you guys
Spent at the farmhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, assuming like the whole day has been 12 hours, that's 10 hours of moving.
Yeah, 33 miles per hour on horseback. That's pretty quick.
As an average, like, you know,
That's pretty
that's
quick.
our average speed for the day.
Yes.
That's kind of fast.
Yeah, it's almost like, someone really put mass suggestion on their minds thinking that, hey, this thing's gonna kill you. Go fast.
Maybe just fucking go.
I only have one speed, one setting. Go.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's good that
How
we did
fast
that
are you gonna
without.
travel today?
Well, it's good that
Yes.
you did that without killing our only form of rented transportation.
And the horses aren't
I
dead.
mean, Oscar is strong, but he can't carry everyone, I don't think.
The horses aren't dead, it's fine.
Exactly. It's
So,
good. I wonder if you're going to get any tickets though, because I hear that the rentals are putting GPSs on their things now.
no. Now, you guys, you reach the river that then you cross over. Nice, simple little bridge. But then you get to a massive, 30-foot by 25-foot cave entrance. So it's rather big. And it's big enough for the carriage to go through, no problem. The horses don't seem spooked by it at all. Because
Because they know better.
they know better.
Yeah.
I know what's going to happen if they stop.
They have a good idea.
I'm guessing Oscar recognizes this, right?
Oscar definitely recognizes this, yes.
Would Jordan travel this far north in his time or not? Probably not.
Probably not.
Oscar, as he sees the thing, Oscar grumbles under his breath and just kind of says, "If anyone recognizes me, don't acknowledge them, please."
Because now you guys enter through the 50-foot long tunnel that then opens up to a wide, massive expanse inside the mountains known as the town of Glomba. Capital of the Principality of Glomba and the head, we'll say the home capital of the Miners Guild, and also really big influence in that of the Smiths Guild in this area.
Jordan's going to
Oscar
immediately
seems
start looking
uneasy.
for a blacksmiths or a weaponsmiths, or at least an armorers.
Yeah, I think I go with Jorg to find because you're looking to sell those
Our
those
required
pets
merchandise.
As soon as you enter through the capital and you see a bunch of... There's a lot more dwarves here than you're more accustomed to. But on the northern side, as you're coming in from the east, there is a shop there, just known as Underhill Supplies. And within that shop is more than enough merchandise for you to be sold.
I'm going to point out the shop and go, let's head over there. Let's get rid of all this unrequired equipment.
Oscar grumbles and says, "Be my guest, just don't ask me."
I wasn't asking you. I'm asking the one who's on the
Oscar
reins.
smiles and nods.
So who is on the reins?
Not would be on the reins still.
Yeah.
Because I was busy doing the whole lot of mending shit.
Yeah, I not really didn't have anything else to do, so yeah.
Yeah, no, Oscar is trying not to be too obvious in the carriage.
Yeah, Oscar is just hunkered down, way down in the bottom of the carriage, just keeping a low profile.
Yeah, like he's like he's got like a little hood. He's put the hood up and he's kind of like, you know, leaning down into the back of the thing, trying to not be, yeah, you know.
Jorg wouldn't be much taller than Oscar, would he?
Oscar is, hang on, 4'6".
So Jorg's 2 inches taller than you. Jorg's going to take his travelling cloak off and throw it at you.
Oscar shakes his head and, you know, hands it back and says, "I'll be alright, as long as they don't see my face or the tattoos."
Jorg is going to prompt forward with the cloak again.
Oscar grumbles his thanks before more or less like covering himself like with it like a blanket and taking a drink.
The cloak covers pretty much everything except for your face.
Yeah, well, I mean, Oscar's already got a hood on his traveling clothes anyway, so.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Oscar's like he's gonna hood up, cloak more or less just like covering himself, and he just again he grumbles the thanks, but is uneasy.
I don't mind taking the cloak off in here, because it's not like I'm going to get sunburned. As you all realise, Jorg is very fucking pale.
Yeah. Under the hill, you do notice that there is still quite a lot of light, even though there are natural torches all around the place. But the sky above is, even though it is covered in mountain, that there are still speckles of light as luminous gemstones are above, making it look like a night sky permanently.
Amelie's just looking at this floor.
Once we make our way over the shop, Jorg's just going to... He's going to run a string between all the boots, pick them all up, and grab an armful of scimitars and walk into the shop.
Nock also grabs the rest, I guess.
So that'll be the full set of armor and the daggers. And the crossbows.
Alright. So, go through the door. Just a little chime goes off in the back there. And you see, just coming up to the small desk that's at the front there, which is just a little bit higher than a bench height. You see?
Oh, piss off, Wasp! Sorry, leave that for a sec.
You see this very gruff-looking door.
Alright.
Just come up and start. G'day, guys! What do you guys got for me there?
Well, you see, we had a group of unsavory individuals, shall we say, try and procure our equipment. So we did them favor of liberating theirs from it. Would you be interested in purchasing said equipment?
I guess we could put them on what the adventurers go. What have you got?
I'm going to lay out the pairs of boots. Got a nice range of leather boots here. Decent condition, if I say so myself. What do you reckon?
Pulls out a massive crystal monocle, sticks it on his eye, and just investigates it and goes, "Oh, it doesn't look like it's had a bit of magic touch to it."
Yes, I did some repairs upon them on myself.
Oh, yes. I guess that makes the right choice. I mean, it peels part of your mending back.
That's not exactly easy to do. You've got very sturdy fingers there, my friend.
Oh, it's nothing. It's part of the train. Rolls it back down, pats it back in place, and you see nothing has changed on it. I reckon we get only 7 silver pieces for each of the boots.
Oh, in my experience, a pair of boots like that's probably worth about 10, so I'd be willing to part maybe 8.
Roll a persuasion. Alright. Persuasion.
Is this where I point out that charisma is one of my high skills? So that comes to 15 total.
Still gotta be 7, my friend.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, hey, we don't need them. You can at least make a 3 gold profit off them. Sounds like a good deal to me.
Sounds like you know your stuff, but I'll take them off your hands. Thank you.
Now, next up on the list, I have a selection of scimitars, as I lay them out.
Oh, these look like they're being procured from the recent outbreak of... Oh, no, wasn't that a break? Recent robberies that have happened up on the road.
Well, you see, we acquired these further south, where a group of unsavory individuals were trying to take refuge in a farmhouse, unwillingly, of the owners.
He picks up one of the scimitars, grips the blade in one hand, grips the handle, and pulls it so that the tang is shown. And you can clearly see on the bottom of the tang that there is one of the blacksmith guilds marked on it. Oh, they look to be stolen. Definitely stolen.
Well, we didn't steal them, we acquired them from the dead.
Okay. There was...
If you'd like, you can have them travel down south to south to inspect corpses. We have mounted the captain's corpse on a spear out front as a warning to other bandits in the area.
I tend to keep that thing for the adventurers go because they are more adapted at dealing with bricks in the wild than I am.
Not a problem.
I'll bring you up 1 gold for each one.
1 gold?
Because I can see you've also touched your magic upon it too.
Yeah, they were a little bit damaged from heavy use, shall we say. I don't think they were using them just to cut things. I think they may have been using them for other uses as well.
Sounds fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough for 1 gold per sword. So we've got 5 scimitars here, so that's 5 gold pieces.
5 gold pieces.
Rightio. Now, I'm going to turn around. Not my friend here, he also has some crossbows. Also acquired from 10 individuals.
No, I lay the crossbows out on the table, desk.
Yeah, onto the counter, yes.
What do you make of these, my good friend?
Oh, you look. Runs over them with a crystal eye and sees that. Yeah, you also touch your magic again, I can tell.
Unfortunately, I didn't have any material to help repair the strings, so I know that is going to drop the value a little bit, unfortunately.
Yes, unfortunately. For you, probably fortunate for me. And jump it down to 6 silver apiece.
Sounds fair enough to me.
Okay, so that's a total of what?
There's 1 more. Actually 2 more things in question. No, could I please have the captain's, that little armor set from the one who, bit the bucket, shall we say?
Not chuckles as he tosses the armor over to him.
Got to catch it and you just lay it out.
Yes, this has seen some better days, I can tell you that.
Unfortunately, I know. But I know a gentleman of your skill and caliber would be more than capable of repairing it to a much finer state.
I couldn't, but the tannery could. I'll put it down to 25 silver.
I'll take it. And we also happen to have some daggers.
Ooh.
Now, the daggers all seem to be in fairly good condition. I didn't have to touch these out at all. Gonna hand the daggers over to him.
Oh, this dagger is fairly light. Does look to have a bit of magic on it.
I have not personally touched those up, so I don't know what the magic would be from
No, read that. He slides a finger down the blade, and a drop of poison.
Oh, so it's rather good that I didn't catch that with my face.
No, that would have been rather terrible.
Oh, fuck me. Sorry, Wasp was back.
You caught one of those. You got one of those daggers, and you. Oh, you got the scimitar, not the dagger.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the one dagger would have been poison. Yep. So he slides it down, and it's like a drop on the desk, and it just pulls, and then starts melting through the desk slowly.
Rather nasty and acidic compound that they coat those plates in.
A lot of people think it's called basilisk venom.
Well, I don't know much about basilisk.
Roll a nature check.
Nature. 21.
You know, basilisks tend to, their gaze will turn in any foe or creature in front of it to stone. And when they want to eat something, they'll have to digest the stone using venom.
I can see why people would think it would be a basilisk then.
It could be basilisk venom. It's kind of hard to tell, but
It'd be hard to tell without some proper testing.
indeed, I could run you up 4 gold pieces for this, and the others 5 silver.
So 5 silver for each of the other 3 daggers and 5 gold. Did you say was for the basilisk dagger from before now?
Or deception check.
Perception?
Deception.
Deception. $21.
Okay, fine. 5 gold pieces. That's right.
What did we actually say?
You said 4.
Oh!
Sorry, did I miss anything? Wasp was now dead.
I accidentally haggled the shopkeeper up a gold piece.
Huh.
I didn't intend to.
That's why I roll a deception check. So, with the scimitars, the boots, the leather armor, the good dagger, and the 3 normal daggers, how much were we looking at? That was about...
Well, you said 1 gold piece for each of the scimitars already.
Yes.
Yes. So that's 4. Plus the 5 from the basilisk dagger, that makes it 9.
Yes.
You said 10 silver per normal dagger.
Yes.
So that puts us up to 9 gold, 30 silver. I believe you said only about 5 silver per crossbow?
5 silver per crossbow, yes.
That was right. Okay. We have 4 of those, that's another 20 silver, so we're up to 9 gold and 70 silver. The boots. They were 7 silver a pop.
Right.
I remember because I tried haggling up to 8, but you made a fair argument, which is why it should be 7.
Right.
Is he not running a calculator on all this? Because my brain is trying to keep track of all this. Let me just get a calculator up.
How about I buy the whole lot of you for a total of 12 gold?
That seems fair. That seems fair.
I'll take that. 12 gold. Okay.
It is a pleasure doing business with you, sir.
Do a handshake. You can feel just the big meaty hands just grip around your wrist and give a really firm handshake, but then you get like a slight touch of magic resistance there as well.
Okay.
Like, you get the feeling that he's quite known to do a bit of magic trickery.
Magic user to a magic user, you know.
I'm not a magic user.
He's a psychic.
There's a difference.
Well, according to D&D, it is magic, because it's affected by all the same things as magic, so...
Yeah. So, where might be the Adventurers Hall, as we have multiple bounties up in this region we are currently searching for, and we believe they would have more information regarding our bounties.
He points you across the square, so you see the triangle building, a little angle building just on the northern end of the square. Right there, that is their Adventurers Guild.
Thank you very much for your kind service, and I wish you a good evening.
problem. You both leave the store?
Oh, one more thing. Have you heard of an individual called Mad Gadget?
And he's been around a few times. Every now and again he does drop by some interesting materials. But haven't seen him in years.
Would you classify him as a trustworthy individual?
He's been off his rocker, but yeah, trust in my life.
Thank you very much. I just needed to confirm something as I'm currently in his company.
Oh, do tell him to drop by.
I can. Can you hold the door open? To knock.
Sorry?
Can you hold the door open for a second? Because you're closest to the door.
Yeah, I'd open it and stand there like, here you go.
Hey, yo, mad bastard! The guy in here wants to talk to you!
Mad Gadget just approaches
upon
him.
hearing...
What do you want now? Oh!
Upon hearing this, Oscar is just going to reach over, given Mad Gadget had trouble getting up before, grab him, and just very carefully drop him off the side.
Oh!
Yes, Mad Gadget happens to be here, good sir.
Advar, I hadn't seen you in a long time. Oh, it's been such a long time to see you too, Mad Gadget. You're still working on those crazy ideas. Most definitely, and I've got this young fella here, Oscar, helping me out.
Oscar, like, who's still at the cart, sorry?
Amelie is.
Amelie.
She's also going.
Amelie sees Oscar, like, he jumps and visibly shrinks before just uncorking the thing and taking a long draw.
A glint of recognition comes across Advar's, his visage, and he's just like, "Is that Oscar, the son of the Smiths? Is that the Oscar that's
Oscar just kind of like a very, urgent whisper. She says, "No, it's not."
Mad Gadget's nowhere near you.
I know, like he's trying to not let his voice be heard.
And meanwhile, while this is happening, Amelie's gonna come out the back of the cart and just enthusiastically wave and yell, "Hi, kind stranger!"
Hello, kind kitty lady."
So sorry. Does Mad Gadget hear Oscar's urgent whisper or
No, Mad Gadget does not hear it.
Does Jorg?
Jorg does, and snickers at the thought. But Advar, he hears and sees Oscar in the back of the cart shrink down. Oh, so it is. Don't worry, Father won't hear a thing.
Oscar.
His father?
Oscar, without saying a word, just, gets up off the cart, very carefully, kind of hunched over, hidden in the cloaks, walks and says, "Not a thing. Please, I'm not here to cause trouble, I promise. You've my word."
Jorg's just gonna raise an eyebrow at him.
Oscar shoots him a glance that a glance that would cut butter.
Jorg's unfazed. He's not saying anything, he's just looking at you with a raised eyebrow.
Just very soft and narrow.
Oscar's normally fairly laid back, and there is visible, not anger, but there's visible
discomfort.
He is visibly unimpressed. Not kind of like when he's drunk or fighting, where he's kind of happy, jovial. Just this deathly stare, don't you fucking dare.
Fun fact: information can be a weapon in the wrong hands. As Jorg is going to walk out.
Oscar nods and doesn't say anything, but has clearly made a note of this.
Jorg's just walking out.
Yeah, I know. Oscar, you're well aware that Oscar's registered what you said.
Advar, my friend, I'm well aware that Oscar is the son of one of the Smiths here. But I trust you not to, advertise that we're in town. We're on a bit of an adventure.
Yeah, Oscar nods and says, "I'm here because the boss is. Be gone as soon as he is. That's that."
Oh, that's fine. I wouldn't go against my gadget like that. Besides, you've done quite enough for this town. Even before you met Oscar.
Oscar just nods, mutters a quiet thanks before hopping back into the before like sighing a little bit and hopping back into the cart.
Jorg's just not gone to the car, he's going straight across the Adventurers Guild.
Yeah,
So you just
Oscar is
walk
staying the
across.
fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah. So Oscar jumps back into the carriage and is hunkering down against all the other material, and Jorg is now just walking across the square towards the Adventurers Guild.
Yep. What's everyone else doing?
Mad Gadget and Advar are having a bit of a talk just off to the side there. Nock, Annalie?
Nock's gonna hang out with Oscar in the cart.
Does he just like jump in?
Maybe he might go to like the nearest tavern / bottle store and pick up something nice, so that they both can sit on during the wait.
Okay.
Basically, he's gonna go get a box and come back and just be like, "Hey,
with what money?
Oh yeah, right. I don't have any
You've
money.
only got the gold pieces you got off the bandit.
Yeah, I have 5 silver and 10 gold.
That should be enough, actually. Yeah, it's more. That's more.
I mean, depends. Actually, no, hang on. I can tell you how much each of those would cost according to the player's guide. Anyway, hang on.
Yep. Oscar also identifies out to Nock that there's about 3 different drinking spots. One
Yeah,
near the
Oscar
south.
base. As he sees not looking around, he basically says, "You're looking for something."
Like, I'm just we've got some time, and you look like you could use some company. I may as well just hang around and might get something to wet our whistles.
Oscar nods. Okay. Are you looking for like ale, or what are you looking for?
Oh, just like whatever the fantasy Jordan equivalent is of a box of beer.
So probably ale, right?
Probably a couple of water skins of ale.
Cask
Yeah.
of
Okay.
ale.
So
Cask of
ale.
ale. Yeah, that's it.
What's that going?
Oscar is very determined to point out that there are several places to go drink at, and most of them will have stuff you can buy to take on adventures.
Yeah. Oscar also says ale's 2 silver a gallon, and proceeds to hand you 6 silver. I'll cover mine. Trust me. Don't want to run you out of house and home.
All right, I head off to the nearest tavern and order like 10 gallons.
10 gallons of ale, which is about 2 barrels. So
It's a lot of ale.
It's a lot of ale, yeah.
That's a lot of ale.
Oscar has brewer's supplies, by the way, so he has a couple of spare tankards and stuff on him.
Yeah, and the nearest tavern you go to just happens to be along the same path that Jorg walks, along the northern end of the Glomba Township. That big square that's just sitting by itself. That is the Fistful of Ale tavern.
Okay. Which one's the Adventurers Guild?
The Adventurers Guild is the one just on the west of that pathway on the north.
Oh, the kind of triangular one without the point on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And I'm guessing we're on the southern end currently.
You guys are on the eastern end, the north part east.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
all
I
you
continue past the Drunken Fist.
Yes.
Also, while all this is happening, Amelie's just walking around, having a look around the town, basically.
You see a lot of short dwarven females, beards coming down to about their chest. You see probably a few
She looks like a lady.
That's a dwarf. A good, well-kept beard is very good in these.
Looks like a lady.
Oh
Meanwhile,
dear.
Amelie just nicely waving and saying hi to everyone.
Yep. You see a lot of clothes shops. You see a lot of upper, like, not quite tailors, but more tanners. You see a little shop that specializes in just magical scrolls, enchantments. Yeah, just walking around the square, there's a few little market stalls that have been set up. Yeah, they're all just making small little trinkets, bits and pieces. A lot of meat pies and a lot of pastries being made out.
Do I happen to see any of these clothing stores?
You will pass through, at least.
I'm just going to quickly duck into one.
I'm like also gonna go.
Okay.
I'm going to encounter and inquire about a new cloak.
Oh, you want a new cloak, do you?
A new travelling cloak. And do you happen to have any sort of protective masks? As you can probably tell by my skin pigment, I'm very prone to sunburn. I do not wish to be young.
You see that the gnome that is serving you is about the same pigment color that you are.
Yes.
Very pale.
Yeah.
And very white hair.
As you can tell, people of our skin tone tend to not enjoy direct sunlight very much.
Oh no, I go outside and I become a lobster.
Yes. So I'm looking for a cloak to help protect myself from that, as well as maybe a mask to help protect my face from such conditions as well.
I have a traveling cloak, but I don't really have any face masks or any otherwise.
Would you happen to know anywhere that would sell such masks?
I really could make one.
How long do you think it would take to make?
Take a day.
A day? Can I take 2 by any chance?
5 gold.
5 gold and the cloak?
With the cloak, yes.
With the cloak? Thank you very much for your kind services, sir. I'm gonna hand in 5 gold.
Okay.
He quickly zips around, grabs your sizes of your head and your height. Yeah. He's very quick on his feet.
Thank you.
And
I'll get done here by the end of tomorrow.
By the end of tomorrow? Thank you very much. He's gonna head on out and make his way to the Adventurers Guild.
alright, Emily, your clothing store direction.
So she's just looking around, fascinated by all different clothes. Just
A
searching
very
around.
tall, slender elf comes by. Can I help you?
Oh, I was just having a look because
here.
I've never actually tried on different clothes. I've worn this, and she sort of points to a blue jumpsuit thing. I've sort of just worn this my whole life because I've been a part of
Yes.
I've been a part of a temple my whole life, so I'm interested in different clothes.
That's very nice. Would you like to try anything on?
Amelie's just gonna grab a couple pieces of clothing and be like, and just say, yeah.
Dressing rooms are just out the back.
She's gonna go, thank you, and go try on some clothes.
Knock, Oscar, anything?
I think that by the time Nock gets the barrels of beer back to the cart, we just have one barrel each pretty much, and just start slamming them.
Yeah, alright. Do you mind, while that's happening, do you mind if I just grab Jordan so like Oscar can have a Chris, so Oscar can have a conversation with him, just explain what's up, because the others wouldn't care?
Yeah,
Yeah.
go for it.
Yeah, alright, cool.
No, I think next time we might have like, even though it's private conversation, we'll have it as a private thing, because as a public thing, because it kind of makes it a little more character development. Because those two have gone off to go do a quick private talk.
Okay, no problem. Yeah. Would I have collected that cloak on the way out to the shop, because he said he had some, the traveling cloaks.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so I would have taken that out with me.
Yes, so he's going to spend the day just knitting you, or sewing you
Or creating some sort of face masks.
yeah. So it's going to be a full cover from bridge of nose all the way down and around, covering the back.
Okay, so with cloak, basically cloak hood only that part of the place is going to be visible.
Okay. Alright.
I guess you know who the second one's for.
Yes.
So while they're doing their solo chats, I'm going to be freaking Adventurers Guild.
Hey, what do you want?
One of the
As you walk into the Adventurers Guild, it seems rather quiet. There's like 5 or so people just sitting at a table, just you know, mulling over what the events have been done through, and then you catch the eye of the adventurer, not the adventurer, the counter, and the big stocky door up there. Just hey, what do you want?
Well,
Just kidding. It turns out Chris will beat me back up here. Hi.
You.
We've just come from the southern end. We've recently acquired a couple of bounties that are in the area, and I was hoping to get some information regarding their whereabouts, if you happen to have any.
Oh,
And I'm going
sorry,
to reach into my
Jordan.
pocket, into my little pouch beside my head, and produce the pamphlets of information regarding however much information I have regarding my 3 bounties.
So it says here
Sorry.
you're looking for. Oh,
We've got a Captain Redbeard, I believe a Tooth-Faced somebody or other.
Captain Redbeard, Two-Faced Fenton.
That's the one.
Yeah,
And an ogre.
some sort of temple girl.
and some temple girl. Yes. Well, that temple girl is a bit of a mystery. We don't know where she is.
Not a problem.
Bit of a unknown that one. Fenton, that tricksy bastard is somewhere to the north.
Do you happen to have a map where you can show me?
Unfortunately, his whereabouts is very hard to
That's
follow.
a rough region, even if it's just a rough region for us to narrow down and search a little bit. Because just to the north, they're a little bit broad in my opinion.
You sick?
Also, Jordan, sorry, just a quick question.
Yeah.
Oscar and Nock are downing tankards like you wouldn't believe, so I'm guessing we should both roll to see how drunk we get.
you guys are in the back of the cart, downing alcohol, loudly in the town square.
Okay.
Yes. Roll Constitution check.
Constitution
What's the
save,
head,
I think, officially, if it's alcohol.
Nock does like drink quite a bit, but he also does it kind of responsibly. Like he knows, like, oh yeah, sweet, I might be getting a bit too. So
Yeah.
I'll still roll normally, but I hope that the consequences are a little bit.
So Oscar is he's very dense, very hard to get drunk, so he's probably okay. I just want to check.
That is a
That went on the
18
table.
plus
I'll
2,
re-roll the fuck out of that one.
So they're both just getting fucked up in the carriage.
Yeah.
Cart, sorry, it's cart, not a carriage.
Oscar
carriage.
gets a
There's
Oscar
a
gets a
difference.
total 20
Carriages
con
are
save to avoid
covered.
getting drunk.
With people going inside. Cart is usually
This is more like the old Western style,
with the
with the
fucking
canvas.
canvas
outside,
cover on it.
yes. That way it's still comfortable to rest in.
I'm just gonna fix that curtain so we don't get fucking suited for white and white again.
Me and Oscar are dirty 20 brothers.
Oh, yeah, we both got 20.
We both got 20s, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Oscar is like, he's visibly happier and a bit more relaxed, but
Lighting
not
is fixed.
actively drunk.
And I feel like no.
What you looking at?
Does Oscar have any sort of like games or like some dice that he's got?
That's a good question,
so
actually. What
you-
does
you-
he have?
Did you have some dice in your pack there?
Nobody has a pack of cards.
Yeah, we're playing this a stupid drinking game where like we just sort of slap a card down and go hey, and then we both drink. And like there are no real rules. You just every time.
Yeah, we're just having a good time. Yeah.
They're
Every
trying to
time
make
you
up
make
a
it.
card game while drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah. Well, I mean,
mean-
Oscar is tipsy. Like he's aware of like he's still functional, is how I'd put it.
Yeah, I'd say that Nock as well.
Like we're like tipsy but functional, because 20 is pretty good to not get drunk.
Yeah, 20's pretty decent.
Yeah. All right, so we're just slapping cards down, having a grand old time. The rest of you are doing whatever the hell you're doing, which we shall return to. Sorry to take you out of time.
Yep. So we've gone back to
Adventurers Guild and Draw. From what I can remember, is that the man known as Two-Faced Fenton is currently found within this area here, and pulls out a map and shows you just the location south of Rill.
Okay, so around the main highway south of Brill. That is actually very handy. Thank you very much.
That is his last sighting. Yes.
Okay. How long ago was that last sighting?
Roughly about 3 months ago.
3 months.
He's been a constant thorn in our side, you know.
How often has he been hacking?
Oh, for fuck's sake! Back in a sec.
Another wasp, really?
Yeah, the caravans coming north from Dod, they happen to have a bit of a run-in with him every now and again, but he does keep quiet. Probably once he comes in and does his thing probably about once every fortnight.
Okay, thank you very much. And any information regarding Captain Redbeard?
Captain Ringbeard.
What's number 2? Fucking dead.
He's currently off the northern point of Lararota.
Lararota?
Give me a minute, I'll find you a map.
Thank you, good. By the way, is there any chance I'd be able to purchase some maps of the local area?
Of the local area?
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't have any up-to-date, our group doesn't have any up-to-date maps of the local area.
One sec, I'll get those as well.
Thank you very much, sir.
Fly.
Sols.
You hear knock and Oscar hear some people walking by, and you guys just hurriedly shush yourselves and giggle at the same time.
Yeah, like Oscar, like as soon as he sees anyone get within, like, say, 10 foot of the carriage, he just more or less shuts up for a second.
Yeah.
Nox sees this and sort of positions the barrels in between them and the back, so that we're sort of like hiding.
Oh, yeah.
But still, so we can get to them. Maybe we've both got really long straws at this point, and they're just in.
No, the top of the barrels have been opened up, and you guys are just dipping tankards in.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that sounds about right, yeah. But basically, like, as soon as, like, Oscar sees anyone, or, like, notices anyone get, like, within 10 foot, he kind of just hushes a little bit, and you can see, like, he gets a little bit on edge.
You just hear mumbling from the back of the Adventurers Guild, Joel, as, that's where he was in Narota. No, map of the area, that's right. He's still shuffling around the back, trying to sort out.
I'm going to take a quick minute while he's, busy, look around and see who that... actually take a decent look at who else is here in the Adventurers Guild, with the other occupants.
Okay, roll me a perception check.
That's a 9.
The 5 individuals you see are well invested in what they're doing. You see a big burly Goliath, just a fighter, not a barbarian. He's just big and burly. He's got lots of high armor on. You see a small gnome wizard. He's got the massive pointy hat to compensate for his height. You have what would just be another tabaxi, but this one is just soot black, and he's got all the daggers and potions all on him. You have there's other two that you can't see because the Goliath is just too big. Yeah, and he's
Too chonk.
He is big chonk, yes. Amelie, as you come out wearing your
example clothing.
Do you want me to send you something that I found that I'm going to
Yeah.
say Alma's wearing?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on.
Thanks for that shit.
You come out in the shawl and the cloak and the belt and tights, and the elf is just like, my goodness, that looks so good on you.
Alma's just like, oh, thank you. And then she's going to ask how much for the outfit.
So those pieces and tights, that will come to about 15 gold.
Oh, lucky me, I have that much on me. And she's going to pay him and ask if she can just keep wearing the outfit.
Oh, but of course.
Thank you.
If you do not want your old outfit as well, yeah, it could be probably a little bit of a discount, but
Alma's going to keep it.
okay. But if you have any other choices, you're more than welcome to keep browsing, or
Well, that's all the money I have, so I'll be on my way now. Thank you very much.
other.
And she's going to head out and go back to the carriage, cart, whatever it's called.
So that'll take a few minutes.
As Amelie makes her way back, like you see Oscar kind of notice you and then hush, and then he kind of clicks and looks back and is like, "Oh, hello."
Also, I'm back at the cart now.
I said it'll take a few minutes.
Take
So
a few minutes, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just
Yes,
saying,
no, I'm
like,
not doing
like
anything
when
else
you
but
arrive,
drinking.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
if the only thing, other interactions we deal with in the meantime will be me at the adventurers.
Yeah.
I guess.
and Mango is still at the as investigation. Just talking to Adar.
Yep.
Shit, like perhaps. So the gruff adventurer, the gruff counterperson from the Adventurers Guild comes back and right. So right here we have. Give me a second to flip through all the maps he's got.
That's a very expansive library of the local maps. So.
Right here is what you see is where Redbeard was found in Laterota.
Just north of Laterota, that is.
Yes, yes. So
What is the likelihood of us needing a water vessel to find him?
well, he's a pirate, right?
So we're likely not going to find him on land. We're going to have to go to the waters.
Quite possibly, but he does tend to fight, a lot of passenger vessels and a lot of transport vessels along the transport route that you can see. So,
I do have an idea. Thank you very much. That has given me a decent amount of
and you're asking for a map of the area, right?
Yes, a map of the local. What do you call it?
The local outskirts, yes?
No, the region in which the lordship of this area controls.
Yeah, but that,
You looking for a
the closest
political
I can
map?
give you is the location of this entire town and its surrounding area.
Where are we?
You guys are in Glomber itself, up in all of the mountains.
Actually, that will be fine. Thank you.
Okay.
How much would you like me to pay for said map?
One gold.
$1 gold?
One gold. I mean, we give a heavy discount on adventurers such as yourself.
Not a problem. Thank you very much for that. It does make our job a lot easier if we know where we're going.
No, of course.
He's going to slide a second coin across the table. 2 gold pieces. Any information regarding a cheaper lodging for me and some companions?
Well, you could either stay here at the Adventurers Guild, there's enough lodging here,
Yeah.
or if you're wanting a bit more fun and revelry, there is the, you may have passed it, just on the north there, there's the Drunken Inn.
The Drunken Fist, was it?
No, it's Fistful of Ale.
Fistful of Ale, sorry.
Fistful of Ale.
Fistful of Ale.
That usually has a few good places to stay, and
maybe a few decent meals as well.
A few decent what, sorry?
A few decent meals.
Meals. Right, so. I thought you were implying something else.
No, if you want that, you're a fan of the bearded women. You know.
Not really. I'm going to be honest here. I'm not really a fan.
Hey, how old are you?
Don't ask, and I shall not answer.
Deception check. Okay, I won't pry, but you do look a bit young.
I may be young, yes. However, I am still a registered adventurer.
Right, you are.
As I'm going to quickly flash my adventurer's tab.
Yes, okay, so.
Not that it actually states my name.
No, but he does recognize the size and the shape and the engravings on the plate from that quick flash. Okay. Well, yes. Fistful of Ale, or Adventurers Guild.
I think I'll get
most
my...
ones.
How much would it cost us to stay here?
You'd be looking at for room and board and maybe some meals. We got 5 gold.
Per person, or...? Let me just do a quick counter for you.
Yeah, do
Myself,
that.
Knock. We have the Tabaxi lady. We have that one. Fucking drunkard. And Mad Cat. So that makes 5 of us all up.
Oh! You're traveling with the Mad Cat.
Yes, we are.
And only 5 gold roll up.
Oh, 5 gold and up. That is a lovely deal, thank you. I'm going to hand the coins across.
Now you were staying here, yes?
Yes, I will go and grab them.
Okay.
My companions. I shall be back momentarily.
Righto.
I'm going to
Just
look,
a quick nod and
take my new Mac and try and purchase them out the door.
Okay.
And I'm going to send a telepathic message to the entire group. Oi, found a place for us to fucking sleep. Get over here to the toilet. I've already paid for it, so you're coming now.
Oscar blinks, kind of, like looks down into the tank and looks up at Nock and says, "Did I imagine that one?"
Nock sort of like, at this point, Nock was just like laid down a little bit, like, oh, okay, maybe I need to slow down. Did you hear that?
Yeah, Oscar just kind of like looks at him and is like, "I didn't imagine that, did I?"
It's at this
I
point,
thought that was
Amelie
cool.
also hits the carriage at the same time.
Okay, so Amelie is just going to mutter that she's annoying, and then she's gonna go to Nock and Oscar and like walk aside. She's gonna be like, "Hey guys, look!" And then she's gonna like a little twirl and be like, "I got a new outfit."
Oscar kind of looks her up and down and goes, "Oh, yeah, I can see that working."
And she's going to put her old outfit in her backpack and is going to be like, "I'm guessing you guys heard the grumpy one summon us?"
Oscar kind of rolls his eyes and says, "Oh, great, I didn't imagine that one." Ugh.
No, you didn't, so I guess we better get going.
Can we just like drive the way? Is the wagon in the sort of parking area?
No, you guys just pulled it over to the side of the main thoroughfare of the street. Horses
Okay,
are
so-
hitched up still.
Given Oscar's familiar with the area, would he know where we could the carriage overnight? Or cart, sorry?
Yep, so you notice that, you do remember that the Adventurers Guild does have a stable just to the west of it.
Yeah, Oscar just, he downs the last of his tank, it puts it down, gets up to the reins and says, "I'll get us somewhere we can leave this overnight. Go and, tell the others I'll be there in a little bit."
Okay.
So, Knock stumbles his way down off the carriage, and
George's just leaning up against your way, by the way.
along with Amelie, you guys make your way through the city streets down to
Adventurers Guild.
Where's Mad Gadget?
Mad Gadget, you see after about 5 minutes, he's made his way to the Adventurers Guild. Some more business was attended to. Let's
Thanks to your name, I managed to get us some accommodation here for cheaper than I normally would elsewhere. I've already paid for it too.
Well, I was an adventurer before I became an inventor.
Well, regardless, we have cheaper lodging tonight. So Julek's just going to push open the door, get on in, and head over towards the counter. Good sir, I have Mad Gadget and a couple of my companions with me. Is there any chance we would be able to be shown to our rooms?
yes, he fumbles underneath the desk and pulls out 4 keys. Depends on your sleeping situation. There are 4 rooms available.
Not a problem.
Nock definitely takes a room to himself.
So does Amelie.
Oscar is not here and also doesn't care, so pick.
I will take the room for me and Oscar.
I'm just gonna stare daggers at fucking Nock.
What? I already took a key.
I'm not sleeping outside a fucking room.
Hang on, you said there are 4 rooms,
There are
right?
4 rooms.
Oh, rooms. Okay.
And only 3 of them are
Sorry.
currently being claimed. There's a whole extra room.
In that case, Jorg will take the last key. Sorry, I miscounted.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Matt Gadget said he'd take a room for himself.
Yeah, sorry, I miscounted. Jorg's taking a room
Yeah.
to himself as well.
Nock sees the Jorg is staring daggers at him, and he just sort of reaches over, takes the key out of the innkeeper's hand, and slowly gives it to you, like, here's your one.
Well, now that's settled, breakfast will be just after sunrise. There will be technically there is no sunrise, but we do have Mad Gadget's mechanical.
Alarms informing us of when dawn would be, I'm guessing?
Yes, I was just about to say, Mad Gadget has made a great advancement in this society in that timekeeping of the sun's passing through the sky.
Does that allow for including the longer days during the heated months and the shorter days during the cold?
What do you mean? It's the same time every day.
But sunrise begins earlier during the heat of the hot parts of the year.
You must have us confused with some other plane of existence.
Possible. That could be that could be. I'm sorry, and I do get confused sometimes.
This is Helia, my friend, not Earth.
So, okay. So it's not Nethra either. Good to know.
But either way, once the apparatus says it is sunrise in the exterior of the mountain, then yes, alarms will be made.
We will see you at dawn then for breakfast. Jorg is going to head on up.
Dresses Amelie.
On his way past,
Yes,
Jorg's going to try another sneak peek at the other group who are huddled around a table.
Okay, we're the perception check.
19.
You see the upper 2 that are
More interested in what they're occupying, what they're doing.
You just see that they're just going over some bookwork, but you do see the other 2 characters that are sitting there. You see one is a dragonborn. He's got a rather large greatsword behind him. Oh, John. And you see there's a rather shiny dwarf who's sitting in the other seat opposite the barbarian. The fighter. And you get the feeling he's a bit of Bit of a global one.
Jorg is gonna pay them no heed and just keep walking. I'm not gonna say.
Oh, GTFO. Now we're
Matchmaking now?
Yep. So, you guys go to the room. Mad Gadget just gushes over his whole apparatus and how things have been going on with the counter people at the Adventurers Guild. As Oscar finishes with the hitching of the horse, he has a cloak on, rather tight, but he is noticed by a passerby and is recognized by them.
Can he make a stealth check to try and avoid that, given he's like very, very conscious of his reputation here?
You're more welcome to. Give it a try.
Sorry, it goes stealth roll?
Yep.
Or... Yep. That is a straight 1d20. That is a 9 total.
Yeah, no, the passerby just you make eye contact with them, they make a slight hint of recognition, and they quickly scamper away. It was just a female dwarf traveling with some of her companions, but yeah, a glint of recognition in her eye, and she scampers past quickly. Yeah,
does Oscar recognize them, or...?
No.
Oscar just groans and hurries his way into the Adventurers Guild.
Yep. Alright. So, with that, everyone makes their ways up to their room after Mad Gadget.
With that,
Making noise, what do you want?
I want to go a slot of hand to see if I can swap Mad Gadgets and my keys.
It really doesn't matter. What's that?
Because the incapable of seeing will grab each key.
No, rather similar keys. But they do have... Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Roll sleight of hand.
Greatest. Sleight of hand was a 12 total.
Okay. Your key, and as you quickly thumb the keys around, you can feel that they feel rather similar.
Yeah.
So as you go back to the room, you try your key on the door and find it doesn't work.
I'm going to try the next door open.
You see that Armley has gone to her room. She sees it, looks at a key, goes to the door, opens the door, goes through. You see Knock go to his room, looks at the key, goes to the door, opens the door, goes to his room.
I look at my key to see which number it is.
You go to the door with that number on the key. You open the door, it goes in.
Gonna go in,
Okay.
shut the door.
Shut the door, and this is your room for the
night.
Yep. You find in each of the rooms that there is a single comfy bed, a small desk with a little lantern, and a small trunk next to the door for depositing the key. George?
As soon as...
George's just gonna put
is there...
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Is there, knock sort of... Is there like a wash station?
Yes,
Well, like,
there is also a small door leading off into a small washroom.
Yeah, just as soon as the door as soon as Knock gets in his room, he closes it, locks the door, just close off straight into the washroom and starts just like wiping off the grime of the day.
George's just gonna put his crossbow and quiver over one of the bedposts.
Yeah.
He's just gonna throw himself out of the bed. After locking, sorry, he's gonna lock the door as he goes in. After himself.
Okay.
Lock the door, throw the crossbow and quiver over the bed, and just collapse off the bed and start going to sleep.
As Oscar enters into the Adventurers Guild, sees Mad Gadget talking with the counter staff.
Megidget does say to him that we have a room that is upstairs. Here's the key. I'll be up there shortly.
Oscar nods and, without saying a word to anyone, goes to find the room, as tries to avoid catching anyone's eye on the way up.
Yep. And I'm gonna say Amelie puts her backpack and stuff in the trunk, and then she's also gonna go.
George's leaving his backpack on the bedside. It's on the ground next to the bed.
Okay. That's cool. And Oscar finds the door, looks at the key, puts in the lock, opens the door, and inside the room are 2 single beds and 2 trunks, washroom off the side. Yeah. A nice simple
Oscar
room.
is... Oh, sorry, go on.
A nice simple room.
Oscar is going to, what is Oscar going to do? He's going to drop his brewer's kit in a corner, take, declothe a little bit, and, wash himself off for the day, then sit down and have a go at making some alcohol to, still his mind. Because he doesn't like where he is.
Yeah. Shortly after you start doing that, Mangadget makes his way into the room. You find it odd, though, is that Mangadget gave you the key and you locked the door behind you. You're still able to get into the room.
Hang on, I'm just gonna roll perception to see if, I'll roll perception to see if Oscar even notices that.
Okay.
Oh no, he does. That's a 21 total. I'm guessing he does realize that.
Yeah. It's a bit weird that the door can open when it's locked with no key.
Oscar just kind of looks over at Mangadget, raises an eyebrow, and says, "Same as always, eh, boss?"
Magic? But
Yeah.
He picks up the key that you left on the desk and just like, well, the keys are kind of magically coded to the doors, and once you kind of pick them up and share them around, you can enter the room without having a key.
Oscar nods.
It's just more of
Seems
an initial
risky,
fail
but
safe.
fair enough.
Yeah. With that, everyone spends the rest of their night calming down, and we'll end the session there.
Okay, just one question before I go. Given this is Oscar we're talking about, and most of the way he winds down is going out on the town.
He's still got that cask of beer.
Yeah, he's still got the cask of beer. Do you want me to roll to see how his carousing goes? Because I guarantee you at some point at least he's gonna get, when there's not so many people up, he's gonna get up and take a walk at the very least. So, given he's probably fairly drunk, do you want me to roll?
The problem with Oscar and being in Columbia at the moment is that he doesn't want to be known, right? If he goes carousing, he's going to get known.
I'm more saying, do you want me to roll to see if anything happens when he because he'll go out, he'd take a walk around the block a couple of times and then come back.
I mean, you can give that a try, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, do you want me to roll on the carousing table or just roll percentile or
roll percentile?
Percentile, that is a 99.
You go out and are able to, have a few drinks quietly at some of the bars, and avoid a lot of attention. You just make yourself look like another traveler coming through the town, and avoid the majority of the recognition.
Well, as far as Oscar can tell, he's had a fairly quiet night, and he's happy enough with that.
Yeah. With that, everyone gets themselves a long rest, comfortable rest.
Yay!
Ayo.
And an allocation of XP.
Given we're getting a long rest, do we gain any experience from the bandits dying
Yes, he
and
just
or
said
other
an
stuff?
allocation of XP.
Okay.
I can't do
Wait,
any
what?
XP. Don't have my computer at hand.
I can do that.
I mean, Jordan could just make a note in the make a note in the whatchamacallit Discord and just pin it to say how much XP you get so you can alter it when you get back.
Yeah, it works.
$1,575 for each person for making their way to Glomba, not dying, and current battle experience.
1575 was that?
1575, yes.
Okay.
So that's adding 1.5.
Yeah. Okay.
Make your
5225
Two,
for
four, seven,
Oscar. 5225 is where he ends up at.
2475 for knock.
also 2,475 for George.
Alright. That was a hell of a fight. At least we managed to get you guys to Galonga in one piece.
Eee. Eee.
You certainly named the episode correctly.
Was that?
You certainly named the episode correctly. There was Carriages. There was Carnage.
Carriages and Carnage. I knew it was going to happen this way. I knew that Jordan was just going to go on a straight murder spree. I didn't expect to have 3 bandits just get ram-raided.
4 technically.
4 technically, yeah. One just dying, crushed against the wall.
No, he was crushed into the toilet.
I took that straight out of what's that game? Last of Us.
Oh yeah, I know the scene.
I swear, I can't remember exactly what happens, but I know for a fact that the Joel just slams a dude on a toilet.
Oh, and I need to roll to see how much alcohol.
Yeah, so I'm also
worth.
counting
That
the
is an
gold
extra
I found
5
on the
sips.
bandits.
Okay, so pretty much full again.
Because there was an 8 and a 5. Yeah. So I had 25 gold, I spent 5 in the cloak and the masks, I spent 5 on the
Cool.
lodging. Plus, I slipped 2 gold to the Metro Guild guys, it's 12, so I've got 13 gold left as well.
Okay, Oscar's sheet is all up to date, and we are sorted.
Alright.
Well, congratulations, everyone. We fucking did it.
Indeed, congratulations. We did have one disconnect in the middle of that, right before the encounter, but
0 deaths
Perfect timing.
of the players
Zero deaths.
amongst the players.
Zero player deaths.
0 player death, lots of
compared
bandit
to
death.
episode 2.
So, 1 player death. So what did you name this stream?
I named this Dungeons and Dragons episode 3, Helia campaign episode 3, Carriages and Carnage.
Agreed, there was
They
maybe a
were
carriage and carnage. Maybe a carnage in the carriage. And around it.
But that was pretty good. Thank you people for watching. And
I go?
Eee.
we will continue this off another week.
In,
Alrighty. See you
3
later.
weeks as long as people can be here to do so.
yes.
Eee.
Started out last week.
Oh, also, just while I've got everybody here, first of all, practical
Is this
question.
for the stream come up?
No, sorry, for everybody, just like everybody involved in the campaign.
Jeremy.
Yeah, so